To lead the Skol chant and sound the Yaller horn, please welcome the 31st Adjutant General of the Minnesota National Guard, Major General John Jensen.
Well, hello, this is John Randall, Minnesota Vikings legend, and it is my pleasure to say, Minnesota Vikings fans uncensored, are you ready? Keith, get your people up. Let's go. Skol, 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 baby. Let's go.
Hello, Vikings fans. Welcome to the Let's Skol show. I'm Fish. As always, I have with me Mr. Positivity, Cody Bowden. Hey, who greets with smoke, Skolful Shack. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Tonight, we got a quick recap of our Week 14 game against the Commanders and a preview of our Week 15 game against the Dallas Cowboys. Got some enemies to skol with. Did Thielen take a shot at us? Is it too early for the rumors? What's your current status, a Vikings fan? Playoffs aren't dead, so you're saying there's a chance. But we are more likely to be playing the spoiler role, and are you good with that? What do you want to see? Who do you want to see get some extra snaps over the last 4 games? And we're going to go around the Gallahorn with our hot takes and make our Purple Prophecy predictions. But before we jump into all that, let's break this ice. And this is non-Vikings related, but still interesting. Phillip Rivers, who is 44 years young, hasn't played football in 5 years, and is a Hall of Fame semifinalist, has come out of retirement to join the Colts on their playoff run after they lost Daniel Jones to a torn Achilles. Fellas, after you just heard what I said, what's your immediate thoughts?
Good luck.
Desperation.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Colts are in trouble. I guess you want to bring back a guy that's familiar with the coach's offense and how they run stuff over there. I just don't think it's the right quarterback to be in there. I just think I don't know if he's in football shape. He hasn't played since 2021. He is a Hall of Fame quarterback, so I guess it's if he gets to the starting roster, I guess he thinks he still has some left in him, because otherwise that just boots him back out of that Hall of Fame consideration. He has to wait another time frame for it. So I guess he's ready, but I don't think he is. I think he's way too old. I don't know if he's even in football shape.
He doesn't look like he's in football shape.
No.
Unless he's like maybe a tight end.
Strength is the last thing to go.
How old was Tom Brady when he retired? Was he 45? Or was he 42?
Yeah. I think he was mid-40s. But he was playing and playing.
Playing the whole time, right? Yeah, dude, it's not playing in 5 years. Like, what even makes you take that Hail Mary? Like, there's not any other options of someone you think could come in and just be a game manager.
Mm-hmm.
Skol, Lucy. Skol,
Well, he's seen that they was close to they're still in playoff contention. So he's like, maybe if I could just win a couple games, get into the playoffs, and finally get a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Lucy, Favre did not do that. Favre was younger than 44 by like 3 or 4 years, and he was also continuously playing football. He didn't step away at all.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't played in 5 years.
Yeah.
I think
Looks like a guy who hasn't played in 5 years.
After so many years of being stuck at home with all them kids, and then to hear, oh, hey, baby's coming over with the grandkids, that it just got at him and got at him and got at him. And finally he said, I got to go play football. I'm sorry, honey. I got to go. Christmas is coming up. We need a little extra money for the presents. Look, I got to go.
You know, the best comment I saw like about that somebody asked regarding his 15 children is like this isn't even a joke. Like, how do you guys go places? Like, do you have a 15-seater car? Like, how do you go anywhere? Like, even 2 cars at the lot.
There is a 15-seat van that like temp agencies use to bring people to work. And that's
like
about
car
the most
seats and all that.
But can you imagine like the undertaking of, how many car seats do you need? Reverse face. I don't even know what the age spread, but there was at least one adult I saw he's a grandfather. And it's like, okay, so one of them's at least old enough where they've got their own kid. I'm just saying, man's Catholic. We're the original appropriators.
I've been seeing Viking fans actually getting mad that the Vikings didn't go out and make this move. How would you guys have felt if during the offseason the Vikings' backup plan for JJ McCarthy was 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who hasn't played in 5 years?
With a preseason? Like with
instead of signing Wentz.
I'd have felt better.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like we would have got the same player with Wentz with Phillip Rivers as he is now. 5 years in football is a long time.
It is a long time, and he didn't look great when he played for the Colts at the end. I mean, that's why he retired. I mean, why don't they just go get Matt Ryan too while they're at it?
Yeah.
I heard that they actually reached out to Derek Carr first, which that would have made some sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know about his health. But yeah, that's crazy. Shaq, next year, backup quarterback for JJ McCarthy. 45-year-old Phillip Rivers or Kirk Cousins?
I'm taking Phillip Rivers. Like, unless Kirk Cousins could give us cap space back, I'm taking Phillip Rivers.
There's no way.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Kirk Cousins got some millions he could give to the Vikings to up our cap room. Can we even?
I
can we
don't think it
legally
works
do
that way. I don't think so. The Clippers try to do that with Kawhi Leonard and say he had a tree cutting business, and that got all messed up. So I don't think that's a route we want to go. Like, we already can't get to the Super Bowl ourselves. We don't need sanctions.
I mean, if we win the Super Bowl and they find out after the fact, I don't think they could take the ring away.
They could. They took Reggie Bush's Heisman. They took his Heisman. I mean, eventually they gave it back because the rules changed, but they definitely could take it. Can't take it from our hearts.
I don't care if there's an asterisk. I don't care.
Exactly.
I would.
The Saints still got their Super Bowl. The Saints still got their Super Bowl.
They didn't get an asterisk, which I don't know how they don't. Like, the coach got suspended for a whole year, but no, it was all on the up and up. That's crazy. Bring back Michael Strahan. We're just gonna go for old folks. I think he's pushing 50.
Yeah, he's
okay. I'm gonna make my pitch. Has anybody ever seen Griffin's social media lately? How's he looking? Does he look happy? Does he look relatively healthy in his mindset?
Last time I saw him was a mugshot.
Yeah.
So yeah, he looks same as ever.
I'll take it.
And he's got to work off some of that energy he's got. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's crazy. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like you said, Fish, in the lead-in, Vikings technically are not eliminated, and until they are, I'm gonna root for the Vikings to make the playoffs. But if the Vikings get eliminated, or when they get eliminated, however you want to look at it, I will be rooting for the Colts and Phillip Rivers. Let this play out. Let it happen. It'd be a great movie.
Yeah, that's what it will be. Is a Hallmark movie.
Right. It'd be straight to Netflix, but
Yeah.
how do you feel though? Like you played like 17 years, you never got to a Super Bowl, so obviously you never won a Super Bowl. But now you come and jump on this team for the last 4 games and get the Super Bowl. Like, do you still feel just as good about it?
Hell yes, because they were in dire straits. Obviously, I don't know about Anthony Richardson if he's healthy or whatever, but apparently
No, he's not.
They're in a real trouble, and here you come, the wily old veteran. And I get it, Keith. You want to root for him because there's a guy older than you coming back to play football, and if he can do it, by God, hell yeah. I mean,
he's older than his coach. He's older than our coach.
I just want to see the first practice of Phillip Rivers warming up. Just
the video's already out there. He looks fat and slow, but he's got a quick release still. Still got a quick release. He can get rid of that thing. Don't expect him to evade any type of rush, but he's still probably handed off well, and he can get rid of that ball quick.
I mean, he don't really need to avoid the pressure because he got a good offensive line.
Oh, he does. Why? Who they got on that offensive line, Shaq?
I mean, Quentin Nelson. That's all they really need.
Oh, the one we didn't get.
The one we didn't get, And then they got Jonathan Taylor. So it's kind of like him being back in San Diego. He got his LT. And he got his.
I said, I'm here for this. I want to see it. I hope he actually gets put onto the active roster and he actually ends up having to play. Like, that gives me something to watch. And I'm down for it. Once the Vikings are eliminated, I will be rooting for the Colts if Phillip Rivers is playing to win the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing, Cody. This is the important low-key thing you've got to take into consideration. All that man has to do is bring his family with him, and the away game becomes an instant home game.
I'm rooting for Phillip Rivers to play and start in an active roster because that means it opens up a spot for one Kevin Williams into the Hall of Fame.
There you go.
Wow.
That crossed my mind too, Cody, because he was one of the people that I had in front of Kevin Williams that may be a stop for him. So that did cross my mind.
He's sitting down and he has to roll over on a knee and then stand back up. Oh, get stretched, boys.
Or even like in the huddle, he's gonna have that one hand put on his knee to brace himself, just bent over a little bit.
So was it?
Speaking of old guys, 2 weeks ago we were talking about Adam Thielen, who asked for his release because this is gonna be his last season, and he wanted to try to play some meaningful football, maybe make a playoff run. And for the most part, we were all cool with it. Most of the fans were cool with it. We understood. I mean, we didn't like how it all happened. Like the trade didn't work out, but we understood, him wanting to go try to play, his last season out for a contending team. But a week after playing with the Steelers, 1 game, 1 catch, 4 yards, he says, "It's been a wild week. I found my love for the game back. Just love being out there and playing the game I love." Like, what? Like, you were getting 1 catch, 4 yards with us. Like, I feel like that was kind of a shot at us. And am I taking this wrong?
It could be a shot. Who cares? He came back. But good for him.
Yeah,
but he also says he's going to come back and retire here a Viking. I don't know if you are, man.
I feel like,
we
wasn't using him. We wasn't using him, so he felt like, at least let him be used somewhere else.
And we were cool with that. Like I said, we were cool with that. But he kind of took a shot. Like, it's been 1 week. The paint hasn't even dried. The concrete's still wet. And we're talking about, I found my love for the game back.
I don't think there was nothing to be pain-struck about with him leaving a second time because he didn't do nothing here. Like, he dropped ball, so it's like, all right, good. He's gone. Open up Ty Felton. I was hurt when he left a second time.
That is not my point. Like I said, we were cool with him leaving. It's just, I feel like he took a shot.
It could be worse. It could be our franchise quarterback saying he's not having fun no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you freaking waited, that would come up.
It all blends in. Who cares if he took a shot, if it's a subtle shot?
Overreacting fish.
I didn't care when we got him back. I said, yay for the people who are, when I thought about people like Lowe who are true fans of his and loved him. I'm glad for the story that he got to come back. I didn't expect anything from him. And even I was disappointed. And then he leave. I don't know that it's a shot. Maybe it is. I just think it might be an overreaction on his part. 1 catch, 4 yards. Oh, the joy is back in my heart. Hey, buddy, why don't you score a touchdown and then say that? Maybe he's just happy he's able to play golf with Aaron Rodgers on the regular now that they're playing for the same team. I don't know, man.
Is that the game he loves?
Maybe. Because him coming and him going didn't mean anything to me. So,
right.
I mean, I could see why you would say, is that a shot? But if it was, I'm like, what? I mean, what am I supposed to do now? Actively root that the Steelers don't make the playoffs because you said that? But I do not expect him to be able to retire as a Viking now.
Well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. How you like my setup, Ronaldo?
Ronaldo, what about mine?
What about mine?
Well, at least he's back in the playoffs again. So the playoffs changed, man. He hasn't been part of the playoffs in what? Since 22.
So as Shaq alluded to, there's another player talking about the game that he used to love, and right now he is not loving it. And those comments being made were, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot. If it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? There's just a lot of things going on right now. And the man who said that, Joe Burrow. And this has led Viking social media accounts all over just running wild and already putting this man in purple. A reunion with JJ. He was asked, Joe Burrow was also asked a couple times if he was having fun now that he's back from an injury and not they're playing. He said no. He was asked if he was having fun before the injury. Pretty much said no there. And I watched that thing, and I have to admit, he sounded like a guy that wanted some change or maybe even needed some change. And he sounded really down depressed. And I didn't go verify, but I also heard that yesterday was his birthday. So he's down on his birthday talking about not having fun playing football. So I can see why the speculation, but it's crazy. Like, have you guys been like on Twitter or anything like that? Like, I can't open Twitter. If I open Twitter right now, it's going to be a post of Joe Burrow and the Vikings.
If we got Joe Burrow, within 2 years, he would be right back in the same situation because his situation would be damn near identical. Him being paid a massive amount of money, Justin Jefferson being paid a massive amount of money, and guess what? Here comes Jordan Addison. He would be right back into the same situation within 2 years where there's no defense and no line to protect him, and then he would have to go play for, I don't know, I don't know. I can't even think of a team. But so long as that's going to happen, it's going to be identical. That ridiculous trade scenario that came up, sure. If the Bengals want to eat 90% of his cap hit for the rest of his contract, but hell no.
Yeah, I think he's in that. He's worrying about his health a lot too. What does he have? 1 full season under his belt since he's been since 2020. So he's 1 out of 5 years. He's had a full season of health. So that could be an issue too. Oh, he's never played an uninterrupted 17-game NFL season. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, that could be factoring into it too.
Injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys sound like you wouldn't be interested in this.
Oh, I'm 100% interested in it.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoa.
I'm just going with what he's been saying is personal issues. We've already seen players retire early because of injuries. Andrew Luck was one. Then you had just recently Frank Ragnow was one. He tried coming back. He was injured coming back. So like I think players are taking their health a little bit more serious than what they were in the past.
And then you got stuff like this coming out from BetMGM. MGM.
It feels like just 2 years ago when they were saying the best spot for a rookie quarterback to be.
So what about you, Shaq? Would you be willing to go full Rams to get Joe Burrow, give up on JJ McCarthy, give up on some first round picks?
Hell yeah. We in win now mode. Joe Burrow is a win now type of quarterback. We gotta see what John McCarthy can be. We're still waiting for him to develop into the winner quarterback that we want him to be. This whole team is in win now mode. So if we had Joe Burrow, we'd be more so inclined to be in win now mode. No offense to John McCarthy. I understand we got a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract, but he's not the only player on this team. We got a whole bunch of players, a lot of veterans who don't got that much time left to be in the Super Bowl window. So I'm in win now mode. Give me Joe Burrow.
Remember that talk about the Bengals saying, what if they get Justin Jefferson? They got their whole setup. What if the Minnesota Vikings get Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, and then we have the setup? I'll have the tables have turned on it.
I'll pump the brakes a little bit there. I'm just going to say Joe Burrow, IBN, and I'm big on Jonathan McCarthy. Damn, you got me calling him Jonathan McCarthy. I'm big on JJ McCarthy. I do think he'll pan out, but like his ceiling is maybe almost as good as Joe Burrow. So let's just, if we can get Joe Burrow, let's go get Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest con against it, Fish?
Too much money tied up, just like the Bengals. It would be identical to the Bengals situation because it's a mirror image.
But you're assuming that we sign Addison. That's not a guarantee with or without Burrow that we're going to sign Addison.
I get it,
don't
but
know what they're going to do.
The problem with just Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, it was already becoming a problem. So okay, fine. Let's go get Joe Burrow and then trade Jets and let Joe Burrow throw to Jordan Addison as wide receiver 1, and find another wide receiver 2 that'll be less mitigated somehow. That way, I'm in.
Jalen Naylor.
And Jets gets it. Yeah. Naylor.
I'd keep
Joe Burrow to them guys.
I'd keep Jefferson and Addison and just bring over Burrow because we see what B Flow can do with this defense with B players. They're not like all.
You'd have C players at that point.
That's fine. But that's what we are right now. Probably C players.
Didn't he take a 4-win team to the Super Bowl the next season?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't we very disappointed when we lost to that team because we thought Bengals sucked their ass and we lost to them? And they went to the Super Bowl because Joe Burrow.
How much was he getting paid back then?
He's a rookie.
Wasn't that after?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he was on their rookie contract.
Right. So now he got paid. He sucks. At least he's worth the money he gets paid.
It's just that you have too much money tied up in 2 positions. Like I said, if you can get rid of the money on Jefferson, I'm in. Because then we can afford a couple other players to keep things together.
I think getting Joe Burrow to be happy would mean Jefferson stays, though.
I'm pretty sure we could figure out the money situation between both of them, as in they'll take pay cuts to make sure they get a ring.
Oh, you're so young and naive, Shaq.
Yeah, I don't even think I can go along for that. I think the Vikings have a better chance of making the playoffs this year than that happening.
That trip to the Caribbean, you just haven't recovered yet, apparently.
I mean, we could give a fully guarantee to the quarterback that's playing on TV right now. We could surely pay Jefferson, Addison, and Burrow.
Yeah, if we could draft.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That is the part.
We already got the offensive line. The only thing we're going to need to do is draft a running back and just draft defense.
Steve, be more specific. A chance at what? Steve asked, do the Vikings really have a chance? Be honest. chance at the Super Bowl, chance at the playoffs, chance at Joe Burrow, chance at smacking the Packers in Week 18. Like, chance of what?
I'm going to say there's a better chance of us making the playoffs this year than there is of signing Joe Burrow next year.
Probably.
0.02.
It ain't 0.
I think we're up to 1 now.
Are we up to 1? Did it move?
I think we're up to 1.
We are up to 1 right now. It's 14-13.
Let's go, baby.
The Falcons. Come on, Kirk.
Go, Kirk.
I'm rooting for it. And then after that, like I said, I'm rooting for Phillip Rivers.
Kyle Pitts is having himself a game.
But the reason that we're not eliminated yet is because we came out and smacked the hell out of the Washington Commanders. After 4 straight losses, Vikings got back into the win column with a 31-0 victory over the Washington Commanders. The last time that a team was shut out by an opponent and then shut out their opponent the following week was 1992. 32 years since that's been done.
The Denver Broncos.
It was the Denver Broncos. This may have been the most complete game that we've seen the Vikings play all year, aside from, maybe that Lions game. The Lions game was pretty good. JJ McCarthy, he led the way in this one with 3 touchdown passes, not a lot of yards, didn't need a lot of yards, scored a lot of points, didn't account for any turnovers. Good progress. This was like the most composed that we've seen him. I don't care about the stats. Like, this is the most composed, and people have been asking, oh, yeah, he plays good in the fourth quarter or he'll play good in the first quarter, but then he disappears. This was 4 good quarters from JJ McCarthy. So, again, progress. The running game was effective, and it was used. 28 runs called in this game for 143 yards, 5.1 carry. Good job, KOC. Outside of a couple of drops by Addison, the receivers were pretty dependable in this one. Defensive side of the ball, man, they surprised me. I know that Jaden Daniels is coming back from an injury, but to hold that man to under 100 yards passing in our first time ever facing him, that was impressive and knocked him out of the game. We forced 3 turnovers. That almost matched our season total for forcing turnovers. And the Commanders only got into scoring position 1 time, and that was their first drive. And we stopped them on 4th and 1 from the goal line. And a lot of people want to downplay this and say, oh, well, they're a bad team. Man, we're a bad team. So evenly matched. And I don't see any of the other teams beating teams 31-0. So there's really nothing you could do to take this away. This was a good game. Were you able to get a catch out of this one, Fish?
Yeah, and this one was early. Second drive, we're kind of pinned back. It was the 3rd and 6, and McCarthy, he drops back, and the real important part was our boy that I know, Keith, you are so high on, CJ Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Every year he keeps coming back, and you say that man, hell yeah. Late blitz coming around the side, completely blind. Nobody could see it coming. Should have tattooed J.J. McCarthy for a safety, and C.J. Ham got enough of them to knock him off the point. And then J.J. McCarthy, looking like prime Kirk Cousins, ran for it and converted that first down. Boink, there you go. And off we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if JJ saw how close to death he was on that one.
It doesn't look like he knew. Like, that was about to be a safety if CJ Ham didn't block that guy.
Yeah.
And that would have been best case, because I think he probably would have fumbled too, because the way he was holding the ball, that blindside hit.
Yeah, watch this block by CJ back there, and yeah, JJ would have been dead.
And it's amazing he got back to get enough of him, because look how far. I think C.J. Ham was actually getting ready to release to go out into a route.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he saw that man coming.
I don't get how McCarthy didn't see him coming. That's not the blind side. The blind side would be behind him. That's not kind of
weird.
I
was saying he was kind of hiding behind O'Neal.
Yeah.
He was basically using our tackle as a shield to kind of come around.
Well, I shouldn't have said blindside. I meant to say he wasn't in McCarthy's view. McCarthy was looking down the field. So he wasn't going to see somebody coming around.
I think it was a nicely designed defensive play,
Mm-hmm.
and it was well executed.
So, Fish, you had to go back and watch that game, right? Because you were working during it.
Yeah.
What were your takeaways from what you saw?
Okay, and I watched it again today, and I made these notes. Total offensive plays that weren't penalties or whatever, or lining up a victory formation. We ran 26 plays from the gun, and we ran 30 plays from under center. We only ran 6 play action plays and only 1 in the first half at the beginning of the second quarter. So we lined up to run the damn ball down their throat, impose our will. Like you guys were saying right after the game was originally aired, it was kept simple. The game plan was kept simple, and we just ran the ball right at them. And another important thing, once we got deep, like into the red zone, when we got into the 20, it was under center, run the ball. There was not a whole lot of gun. There was not a whole lot of passing. It was, by God, we're going to do this. So it was a complete departure from KOC's typical way of calling a game. It was impose our will. It was definitely not pass first for sure. The only time that we became pass first is if we got behind the sticks somehow. We didn't get anything on first down. Then he would get back in the gun and he would start getting a little pass happy. But overall, this was, dare I say, a Mike Zimmer-esque type of offensive game plan.
Mm-hmm.
It was let's put a big guy on a big guy, hat on a hat, and let's see if they can stop us. And it was very well done on the offensive side.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Sorry, Mike Evans just made a tremendous catch right now. But yeah, you're right. It was very reminiscent of a Zimmer type offense, especially with Teddy Bridgewater, because you weren't taking a lot of shots downfield. You were taking a lot of underneath stuff. But JJ did make some throws on third downs that were deep when he had to, and they were nice throws. Cody, what were your takes from this one?
My takes for this one was the way KOC was able to slow the game down for McCarthy. One of the biggest knocks on McCarthy is the game, I think, was moving too fast for him. And I think also during the post-game press conference, I think McCarthy said something about it slowing down for him, getting told, hey, just slow it down from KOC. So I that's the biggest takeaway. I would love to see more of that, where the game is slowed down for him until he is completely ready to adjust as a pro-style quarterback. But yeah, just this slowing down of the game for McCarthy from KOC is the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, I heard KOC say on an interview that JJ McCarthy would go to him and tell him about defensive player and their tendencies and what he thinks they're going to do on a play, and KOC's like, "Shut up, man! Don't think about that. Just think about what you have to do on this play." Mm-hmm. And it's stop trying to be a mastermind here. Just run the play and do what you're supposed to do. Shaq, I know you were in the Caribbean. Did you get a chance to go back and watch this one?
Yeah, I actually watched it today. A couple of notes I had was that first drive, it looked amazing. Like we looked so efficient during that first drive. The defense on their first drive, it looked like it was about to be a high scoring game, but we didn't. We bent, but we didn't break, and we held them to a turnover on 4 downs, which I believe Debo should have caught that pass and it would have been a touchdown, but he dropped it. CJ Ham, Fish's catch, I believe that was a nice block because Jonathan would have got sacked for a safety. There was the strip sack fumble from Eric Wilson, but for some reason we had 12 men on the field, and they showed B-Flow yelling at the team like, "What are you guys doing?" So it seems like there's miscommunication on that. And then I have Will Riker, who tried hard to miss a 45-yard field goal, but he made it. And last but not least, I got to give it to my boy Harrison Smith, who had his interception. That's my takeaways from the game.
Well, those are good ones. I think you hit on pretty much everything. And something I do want to hit on, and I'm glad Tommy made this comment right here. I don't think he dumbed it down. I think that's a narrative that's getting blown out of proportion. Do I think he called an offense that, was more fitting to JJ McCarthy? Yes, I do. But I don't think he dumbed it down. All he did was incorporate more runs, which he should have been doing from the beginning. 28 run plays was the most it's been called all season. And that's something he should have been doing because we've been good with it. We've been effective with it. But JJ McCarthy still completed 3 first downs that were 3rd and long on passes. A couple of them were over 15 yards. So he was still making good plays. He threw 23 passes in this game, which is the 4th most that he's thrown. His yards gained per attempt was 7 yards, 3rd most that he's had in the game. His air yards per attempt was 9.7 yards, which is the most he's had all season. His previous high was 6.9 yards. So he was still doing a lot of stuff that he had to do. He just looked better doing it. And you could thank the run game for helping that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a better called game and maybe not what KOC wanted to do. But to say he dumbed it down, I just don't agree with that. I just think it was a more collaborative game. It was KOC dumbed down a little bit, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Fish said the correct stat. I think he said, 26 plays from shotgun and 30 from under center. That's the key of the game. Balance.
Yeah, very balanced. He called 33 passes to 28 runs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the recipe.
Another thing is, I did find it a little disrespectful that KOC went for it on 4th down when we was up 24-0. It was the touchdown pass to Hawkinson.
I don't, because there came a point into that game where it wasn't even about trying to score or run up the score. It was just about getting JJ McCarthy more reps.
Mm.
At first I thought, when we're up 31-0 with 10 minutes left in the game, I thought, are we going to see Brosmer come in? But then then when JJ come back in, I said, nah, you're right. That man just needs to play.
Yeah, not letting the foot off the gas pedal too is massive with KOC. We never see that. I think it's the first time we've ever seen that.
I'm sorry, just reading some of the comments. But yeah, no, it was a good game plan. And what did you guys think about the 98-yard drive, man? 12 minutes. That's the longest drive in the NFL over the last 4 seasons, and the longest drive for the Vikings since the year 2000. 19 plays, 12 minutes. We had 5 third down conversions in that drive.
That's another thing. I forgot. I ain't checked, but that's another thing our offense was missing. Conversions on 3rd down and 4th down to extend the drives. That's a reason why we've been getting a little bit of offensive yardage, because we don't extend the drive. It used to be a turnover on downs, or we have to end up punting. So
then you're also you're putting the defense on the field really quick. The defense got a chance to rest between series, and they pitched a shutout because of that. They were well rested every time they went out there.
That whole game was such a Viking stat kind of game. First time getting shut out to getting the shutout, leading the NFL with a 98-yard drive, 12 minutes, yet we're still 4-8. It's just so Vikings related,
I kind of wish we went to that game.
Bro, I would have been down to go to any home game except for the Falcons game that we went to. I mean, we lost most of them, but they were still better losses. Like, the Falcons game was the absolute worst game that we could have. I mean, I guess the same. I mean, the Seattle game, if we would have went Seattle, or if you would have went to that Charger game, might have been worse.
I'm just saying, that would have been a nice first game for me.
Yeah, it would have been. Would have been a nice first game in Minnesota for me. A nice first time meeting you guys. But the first time I ever go to 2 games in my life in one season, the Falcons and the Chargers, and that's how I'm going to remember this damn season.
So, Cody, Shaq, let's talk about what home game we're going to go to next year.
Wait, what? Hey, my thing just cut out. I can't hear you guys.
I'll message you in private later.
Okay. All right, so when the Vikings lose, we give out laps. When they win, we give out game balls. And for the first time in 5 weeks, we get to give out game balls. This week, we're going to give the team game ball JJ McCarthy. We've pretty much praised him and told you why. But Shaq, who are you giving yours to individually?
So individually, I actually have 2 candidates. My first main candidate is Gink, the monster. It's just the way he be diagnosing screenplays, and he did it again. He almost had a pick 6 against Jaden Daniels. It was the play Jaden Daniels got hurt. He read the screenplay, he picked it off, and he could have scored, and he also got a sack. And the way he's just been playing, I feel like our defense still needs him because he is the key piece to our defense, and B-Flow knows it. Mm-hmm. The second play I would give the game ball to is Hitman, Harrison Smith, because he had another interception, and he currently leads active players to interceptions with 38. So one of my last few remaining favorite players, I know he's one of your favorite players too, Keith. So it's kind of like I always like watching and seeing Harrison Smith's legacy grow, because he may not get a Super Bowl with us, but at least, you know, he made an impact on the Vikings and in the NFL, and he made watching the Vikings defense fun. So I got to give it to Harrison Smith.
That's a good one. I mean, Gink and Harrison Smith couldn't go wrong with either of those. It was good to see that from the defense. We haven't had many turnovers, and that's another thing that this team's been missing. If we could just force 2 turnovers a game, we'd be in a lot better situation. So that was nice to see. That made that game a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and give my game ball, and I'm going to give it to KOC, and that's just because of the reasons we talked about earlier with the game plan, coming out, running the ball. And you could tell, you know, some of the stuff he's been working with JJ McCarthy, it's getting through. Maybe the concrete setting a little bit. I don't want to jump the gun too much on that. Let's see how it goes this week. But I think KOC did a real good job to swallow his pride and to put out offense out there that actually fits the offense that he has. You know, there's times where we had 3 tight ends out there. You know, he did what he needed to do to win this game. He let JJ do his thing. He let the running backs run. So, KOC, you get a game ball the way you called that game. Who you got, Fish?
The house with legs, Josh Oliver. Josh Oliver had 2 receptions in this game for a total of 24 yards, and they were both touchdowns. And but here's the other thing. Before I even realized the fact that, hey, Josh Oliver scored 2 touchdowns, I noticed that Josh Oliver was finally – go home, Ronaldo. You're drunk. Josh Oliver was finally jumping off the screen at me, blocking in the run game. I saw him crush people in the run game. It was great. So 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions, and just making a huge difference blocking for Jones and Mason.
Yeah, that's a good pick. And I think Oliver showed that he could be our tight end next year, because we're probably going to have to let Hawkinson go because of salary reasons, and it makes a lot of sense because Hawkinson's not the guy that we signed. So, yeah, Oliver can catch the ball, and he can block. He's a complete tight end. He's not going to be, you know, a top 10 guy. That's fine. He's very effective, especially in the red zone. He's got sure hands. Who are you giving yours to, Cody?
I'm going to give mine to what I brought up on the aftercare. It's the Minnesota Moving Company, that offensive line. First time all year we got to see all 5 of them healthy playing at the same time, and look what it did for us. So we are able to impose our will all game. We broke the defense down to where JJ McCarthy would have those easy throws where they had to load the box. They leaned on that defensive line and just crushed them. It was very good sight to see all 5 healthy. I wish we would have saw it to start the year, but hey, this is how it is right now. Maybe we'll use the same offensive line heading into next year if it continues to play out this way.
Yeah, offensive line's been good. The defense been good. It does suck that this is happening now. Like, this is what we expected to see from the beginning of the season. Like, this is what we thought we were getting with the players that we brought in and, you know, our coaching and everything. Like, this is what we expected, and it's just a shame it's a little bit too little too late. Like, if we could have just completed 2 games, you know, we should have beat the Ravens and we should have beat the Bears. And if we'd done that, then my aunt would have balls or something like that. But it's just a shame that we're coming on a little late like this. But this is what we expected to see. And I'm trying not to get too high off of it because I would like to see what happens in the next game. We haven't won 2 games in a row this year. So I think it'd be kind of a bigger deal if we can go into Dallas on Sunday Night Football and beat the Cowboys, who desperately need a victory to get into the playoffs. That will actually be showing me a little more than beating the Commanders, who, again, I know they were 3-9 going into this game, but we were 4-8. So on paper, it was an even matchup. They had their starting quarterback until we knocked them out. So I do give us some props on this.
I will say the only bad part about the offensive line was the end of the second quarter when Brian O'Neill and Will Fries let Johnny get sacked. It was like under 2 minutes. But other than that, they played a hell of a game.
What's up, Jay? I would not say I'm drinking purple Kool-Aid, man. I'm just trying to find some silver linings in an otherwise bad season. I do think that this team did not meet its potential, and it sucks that we're kind of showing it now. That's all. Like, I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I don't think we're gonna go to the playoffs. I like making fun videos and clips of how it could happen and stuff, and making content. But no, I don't think we're going to the playoffs. Jay also says that TJ didn't get used properly because of Oliver's injury for several games. I'm sorry, man. TJ Hawkinson cannot move the way he used to move before that injury. Like, you can make any excuse of what you want for a TJ not getting the ball, but when TJ does get the ball, he can't move, man. And it sucks. I was a fan of the Hawkinson trade. Like, I thought it was a good move, and it looked good for a year and a half. Like, he looked worth what we gave up for him. But after that injury, if I would have known that he wouldn't come back the same, I would be with Robbie. We should have got the Brock Bowers.
Called it.
You did, Cody. You did say that. So it's a damn shame.
Sucks, yeah. Iowa guy, too.
Were you trying to say something, Shaq?
Oh, no. I mean, it's not our fault. Like, if he would never got injured, the trajectory he was on, he was looking like top 2, top 3 tight end. So it's like, if we could predict injuries, of course we would never traded for him. But before the injury, he was looking like the best tight end in the league.
Yeah.
Like, he came in getting 100 yards with us. It was like, wow, no transition.
Oh, yeah, the first game? Yeah, his first season and a half that he was here, he was good. The first full season he played, he was a top 5 tight end in the league. Like, statistically, he looked like, okay, this is why we made that move. But then the injury. So, yeah, I don't think he comes back. He can't move like he used to. Not even close. So right now, the Vikings are 5-8. Mathematically, still alive, though they would need more than a few miracles. They still have a chance to make the playoffs, but it is the lowest % chance of any team that's not currently eliminated. So, yeah, season's pretty much dead. But last week, it gave us a little bit of a jolt, something to be excited about. 4 weeks remain. There's still some reasons to watch these games, players to evaluate, and that goes beyond JJ McCarthy, and we're going to talk about some of them here. But first, go ahead, Fish.
If you will remember, there was once a game where we were down 33-0.
Yes.
Just saying, it ain't over till it's over.
I actually had to remind somebody about that today when they, because I put out that video that, the path to our playoffs, and they're like, this is impossible. I was like, no, 33-0 at halftime is impossible. This is possible.
What was the percentage of winning that game? Was
probably about 1%.
Look, if you think the Bears are frauds, which a lot of people do, considering who they have left,
I do.
They could lose out.
Since it's not going to be, it wasn't my hot take. My hot take was going to be Bears will not make the playoffs.
If you think the Lions are frauds, which I do, then you think it's possible they could lose 3 of the next 4 games because one of them's against us, baby.
So let's go ahead and bring this up just for anybody who hasn't seen it. This is the Vikings' path to the playoffs. Now, again, we're not saying that we think this is going to happen, but this is straight facts. The Vikings have to win out. They play the Cowboys, Giants, Lions, and Packers. And I would argue out of everything, that's probably the toughest thing that we need to happen. Because Lions and Packers, those are playoff teams. Cowboys are fine to be a playoff team. And even if the Lions and Packers weren't playoff teams, those are division rivals. Those aren't easy games. Good thing is they're at home. Or for us, maybe that's not a good thing. But generally, playing a team at home is a good thing. Bears losing out. If the Bears lose to the Browns somehow on Sunday, and it could happen. The Browns beat the Packers. Shedeur Sanders got to get a win eventually. That could happen this week. I don't know if the Bears are going to beat the Packers, 49ers, or the Lions. That seems very doable. Lions, they should lose to the Rams this week. Steelers, toss up. Then our fate would be in our own hands on Christmas Day because then we need them to beat the Bears. So for the Lions to lose to the Rams, Steelers, and Vikings, very possible. I would put money on it. Not a lot because I don't got a lot of money, but I put money on it. Cowboys, we need to beat them, and they need to lose one more game. And our best chance would be against the Chargers. I can see them losing to us and the Chargers. Panthers and Buccaneers, one of them got to lose 2 more games, and they play each other twice. Like, for as much that needs to happen, none of this is impossible.
And I will say that the most underrated thing that works for us and against us in this whole list is even though their record is god-awful, boy, if the Giants are not a spry team, they've been giving everybody fits. It's been a lot of close losses for them. I wonder what their point differential is. It is probably very low considering how many losses they have. So that could work against us, but it could also work for us with the Cowboys.
So, like, give me 2 more weeks, Vikings, of not being eliminated. Like, I don't like I said, and I've said this many times before, I believe they're out. I believe it's over. And that's reality. But if you're a Viking fan, and I know all of us in here are, you have that little piece inside of you. You do. You got that. I hope that this 1% chance it comes to fruition. I hope it happens. Now, what's more likely? We end up winning 8 or 9 games, not making the playoffs, and ruin our draft position. But you can't think about it.
How do you think the locker room would feel if they found out by 3 p.m. East or Central Time that they are been eliminated with the Browns losing to the Bears? Like, will we show up Sunday night? Like all full cylinders, ready to go, or are we just going to roll over?
That depends. Do we have competitors on this team?
Yeah,
because honestly, we turn into spoilers, and if the Cowboys take a loss to us, that really puts their playoff hopes in critical condition. And then they got to go play the Chargers, which if they lose that one, they're probably out of it. Mm-hmm. So Vikings could still play spoilers. The Lions will probably need to beat us to get into the playoffs. We could probably spoil that for them. Packers, week 18, we might be able to spoil it if they go on a losing streak and the Lions go on a winning streak. Every game we play except for the Giants, we could potentially be playing the spoiler role. How do you guys feel about that? Like, would you want to be playing the spoiler role, or if we're eliminated, do you want to start playing the draft position game?
Oh, spoiler. I want to see the Vikings win, no matter the record. So spoiler all day.
It's 33-0 at the halftime, and I am not leaving that football game.
Mm-hmm.
Just because.
No, I hear that. I hear that, but I'm saying the Bears and we're eliminated. Do you want to keep winning the game?
We've already screwed up really our shot at getting a top 5 pick. Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
So now that we've screwed up our shot at getting the top 5 pick, really I don't see much of a difference between pick 6 and pick 12. So let's just go be a thorn in our side to Steve and to all our friends from Detroit everywhere, because we love you and appreciate you, and thanks for watching. And let's knock both of them right out the damn playoffs if that's the case.
To be fair, we're probably talking about the difference between like pick 7 and pick 17.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're in familiar territory. Okay. Yeah, it's like home.
Yeah, I kind of want to try something new.
It's kind of, but you know, if I get to come home and kick my shoes off and put my feet up on the table.
I really hope at least this week, please Browns win. Please Rams win. Let's let this Sunday night game mean a little bit of something.
Mm-hmm.
It's our last primetime game. I mean, they got the Christmas one, but that ain't primetime. And last time we played on Christmas, it didn't go so well. So
if the Bears win just one game, we're eliminated.
Yes.
But you saw, bro, if the Browns pull this off, what game are the Bears going to be favored in here?
I'm not trying to be strangled along to this toxic relationship. Just cut the head off. Just end it now. Don't let me just die. Oh, don't let me live this whole season. I'd just rather die now and look forward to all season rather than wait till the Bears somehow win the game and then now we eliminated.
Bro, you're telling me you don't want to watch that Bears and Lions game Sunday Night Football, and if the Lions win, we're in. If Lions lose, we're out.
After we win out and the Cowboys lose 2 games, and
because there's a good chance that would end up the Sunday night game. We will go live for that game. I'm sorry, we will be live for that game. If our playoff hopes depended on the Lions beating the Bears, fish, what would you would have to like make amends with Lions fans before that game?
The hell I would, and I'm pissed at you for saying you'd put me on camera for that. Oh my God.
Can you imagine that though? Could you imagine that scenario?
It's a nightmare.
Everything worked out the way we needed to, and now the last game of the season is the Lions and Bears. And if Lions win, we're in. Bears wins, they're in.
No, don't make me do it, man. Don't make me go. Hey, Dan Campbell. Yeah, you went for it again on 4th.
I like how you go for it on 4th down.
You know what Dan Campbell would do? Like, you know how his mentality is? Dan Campbell, if he was like, okay, I think we're in the playoffs even if we lose, we're not letting the Vikings in. So we're gonna throw this game because if you know how he man, I could just see it, just him doing it just to spite us.
I think we just with J Viking 74 just had the best comment of I don't know if it's the best, but if JJ wins out, then he will start next year. That would be concerning.
And Jay gave it to Chicago. You know, we needed the Lions to be a spoiler before when they were out of it, and they beat the Packers when they were out of it. So I wouldn't expect the Lions to lay down. But again, I think the hardest thing
on here, laying down, they would spoil it for us.
They're going to spoil it for the Bears. I don't even know how the Lions feel. They might feel the Bears are more of a foe.
They are.
Mr. Pink, CeeDee Lamb had a full practice today. You can kiss that concussion protocol. Bye-bye.
Okay, so let me rephrase this because it would have to happen. We beat the Lions on Christmas Day. You don't think Dan Campbell could be petty enough to say, all we got to do is throw this game and they're out?
No, I don't think he got it in him. I think he's a
could
competitor.
be that petty, but I think he's too competitive. He'd rather win. He'd rather prove that he's a winner than lose a game to eliminate us.
Robbie with his Lemmings comment. We've already prefaced all of this by saying we don't really think there's a shot we're making the playoffs, but there's still a 1% shot. It is not zero. And until it is zero, we have to explore the options of us making the playoffs.
Yeah, it kind of made me feel bad about the win after I seen Washington's record. I'm like, damn. I can't even feel good about this blowout because the Commanders not even a good team like that. Salute, Vach. Thanks for joining the chat.
Is that your boy?
Yeah, that's my Dallas homie.
All right, he's gonna get on, right?
Yeah, we do the SKOLing With The Enemy podcast.
Yeah, this might be the last one. I don't know if I want to do them once it's over. So let's go ahead and get into this Cowboys game. And we're on the road for some primetime Sunday night football against the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys have kind of been up and down. They're coming off a loss to the Lions after beating the Chiefs and Eagles, so kind of riding that wave. And just like a team that rides the wave, they're 6-6-1, and they're fighting for a playoff spot, and they really need this win to continue that. Vikings could be eliminated from contention before this game even starts, but like I said, at that point, they'd be playing spoiler. Cowboys lead the all-time series 19-15, and they have won 5 of the last 6. The last time that the Vikings beat the Lions was 2022. It was 2019, and that was also a Sunday night game. 2022 was the 40-3 loss that we got.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but the last time we beat them was that was Kirk Cousins.
Oh, shit.
And Darius he got tore up by Parsons. I don't know if I've seen that before. But yeah, last time we beat them was 2019, and that was in Dallas on a Sunday night. Last I saw, the Vikings are 6-point underdogs in this one. Is that still where it's at, Cody?
16-point underdogs. Let me see real quick.
6.
6? Oh yeah, it's still at 6. Yeah, we are at right now 5.5. It went down a half of. So money's getting put on Minnesota a little bit. So
we're gonna be talking about Joe Burrow all offseason, aren't we? It don't matter what JJ McCarthy does. This is gonna be the fodder of the offseason.
I agree. Too evil, too hope. The Vikings need to get Joe Burrow, but it's highly unlikely for now.
All right, so I don't have much trivia, but I do got one for you guys to work together as a team. And if you get this, I'm going to be super impressed with you fellas because I already know there's no way that I would get it.
Herschel Walker.
And that was
Pearson with the push-off.
Yeah, anything I wanted to do was going to be super obvious. Oh, Randy Moss, 3 touchdowns. Like, it was all going to be super obvious, and I really just didn't have time to go through it. But there have been 5 quarterbacks that have thrown a pass at a regular season game for both the Cowboys and the Vikings. I'll be impressed if you guys can get 3 of them. And your hint is they all played for the Vikings first.
Damn.
Wade Wilson.
I was just about to say Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson is one of them.
Gannon from the
Jeff George.
No,
Jeff George is a Lion. Randall Cunningham.
Cody's looking. Yeah.
No.
He played for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Damn.
Telling you.
You got me beat. Is Rich Gannon up there, according to the chat?
No.
No, he didn't play for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Nah.
I think we need to go a little earlier. Joe Cap.
Nope.
No.
That's 3 wrong. So the ones you guys didn't get, Brooks Bollinger, which fine. Matt Castle and Brad Johnson.
Oh yeah, Brad
Johnson was a
play for the Cowboys.
I guessed Matt
that.
Wow.
Brad Johnson is everywhere.
Honestly, I think I would have only have gotten Wade Wilson out of that list. So Cody, before we invite our guest on, you got to call it for us?
Yeah, I got to call it. My call after watching Dallas give up 44 points to the Detroit Lions, and that was a week after they said, "Hey, we finally got a defense going now," and then the defense just got rolled on by Detroit. I think this game needs to be a high-scoring game for us in order for us to win this game. I'm going to say the offense will put up another 4 touchdowns on Sunday.
Ooh. Offense.
Offense.
I'm going to buy that because I think this could end up being a high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys got a pretty high-flying offense, but their defense has been kind of suspect.
Mm-hmm.
You buying that, Fish? Is our offense going to
Not
put
a
together
chance.
4 touchdowns? No, not a chance.
Not a chance.
Shaq. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, wait. Say that again.
Do you think our offense is going to put up 4 touchdowns against the Cowboys?
I'd be happy if they put up 2. I don't think they're going to put up 4.
Me and you against the world, Cody.
Yeah, let's roll. Against a Cowboys defense that got rolled on by Detroit. And they've been rolled on about 75% of games this year.
Jay says hell no, too.
So it could literally go either way because there's been times the Cowboys defense looked like the worst defense in the league, and then there's been times when the Cowboys defense actually show up and put out. So I'm expecting us to at least get 2, maybe 3 touchdowns, but 4 is a lot.
Well, there goes all that playoff talk.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right, let's bring in our enemies and get to Skoling with them. We got Michael from Cowboys Corner. What's up, man?
What's going on, you guys?
What up?
Thanks for having me.
And we got, is this Lombardicus?
What's happening? What's good with y'all?
What's going on? And we do have Dallas Cowboy Chris, but it looks like he's trying to get in right now. So, Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit about your fandom as a Cowboy fan?
Oh, yeah, lifelong. Grew up in North Texas, 2 hours from Dallas. Just when you grow up in Texas, I mean, you come out with a star in your hand, right? And then you just fall in love with the game of football because Friday Night Lights in Texas, there's nothing like it. Played junior high football, played high school football. Baseball was actually my passion. But no, man, it's everything's bigger in Texas, and especially the fandom in football. I'll tell you that.
The Texans didn't come and take any of that away?
No, not at all. Who's that?
Who?
It's all them out-of-staters, right?
Yeah, they're step bro. They don't count.
Are TVs bigger in Texas? Because it seems like every video I see, they're punching the smaller ones.
Oh,
Well, you punch the smaller ones because they're cheaper.
Okay,
there you go.
You don't punch the big ones. They're more
That's a good
expensive.
answer. That's a good.
Yeah.
that's a really good answer. Lombardicus, what's your background as a Cowboy fan?
Man, kind of born into it. Dad was one, granddaddy was one, mama was one, everybody in the family is one. So I guess when you just grow up in there, you just kind of end up being one. And I won't bore y'all with the details, but we've been rolling with it. And if you change teams, you phony. So I just haven't changed teams.
I agree. Are you also in Texas or no?
I'm in Texas now. I'm in Dallas now. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Nice. And now we also have Dallas Cowboy Chris. What's up, Chris?
Say, man, what's happening, players? How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right?
What's good with you?
Doing good. We're doing good, man. Well, thank you for joining us. We're just asking the guys here about their Cowboy fandom and gonna ask you the same thing.
Oh man, mine is simple. Dad, granddad, family. I'm a 70s kid. I was born in 1969. So when people ask me, have you seen all 5? Yeah. so I'm part of that generation. I don't know if Lombardi or Mikey know. Hey, when it was blacked out in Dallas, you used to drive down to Waco in the family van to watch the Cowboy game. That's me, baby. Every day, all day.
Well, so you seen the push off. You saw the push off.
Yeah.
I got to ask Chris a question because I don't know if the other two would have like that real good, firm recollection of this. We all remember where we were when, 9/11 happened and all that. So, Chris, give me that first reaction when you found out that it happened and how Tom Landry got fired.
Oh, I was depressed because I was like every other Cowboy fan. Tom Landry was legend. He was God in Dallas, and in Texas, Mission, Texas, born and raised. He was a Texan. And when, a person you ain't never heard of, Jerry Jones, come in and fire the legend, you were hurt. It took a while. It was a lot of Cowboy fans jumped ship when Tom Landry got fired. But the loyalists didn't. But we had to get used to it. It's just like change anywhere. You just had to get used to it.
In the way he did it, he didn't call Landry into his office and terminate him. He just told the press.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Michael, what is your feeling towards the Vikings? Not just this year, but as a whole. Like when you think about the Vikings, what are your thoughts?
Oh man, big fan of Adrian Peterson. If Adrian Peterson ever happened to be a Cowboy any stage of his career, I would have got every jersey. The white, the blue, the throwback, the 93 series. I would have got every jersey of Adrian Peterson just because I'm a big fan of his work. Being from Texas, going back all the way to, high school and in the playoffs when Brett Favre knocked us out of the playoffs after we beat the Eagles 3 times in a row. Them hated, stinky, nasty Eagles. And then, Brett Favre comes in and knocks our brakes off and beats Tony Romo and those guys. But, and then, we did the big trade in the 90s with you guys and got a bunch of them draft picks and helped us build the dynasty that it is that we know and love.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Don't necessarily love it, but we know it.
Yeah.
Hey, I thank you guys every day for that because you guys gave us 3 more Super Bowls. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Why did I think like this was gonna happen without that coming up? Like, why did I think that?
Your team is recognized, so we don't need to mention that ever again.
Oh, okay. Well, I like for you guys. I thank you guys for giving us the longest run in NFL history. Tony Dorsett, thank you for that. Thank you.
You can have that.
Thank you for that. I thank the Vikings for a lot of things.
Do you think that's for? Do you think it's for your Thanksgiving in 1998?
Hey, Randy Moss is still scoring, I think.
Good old fashioned moon.
Lombardi kids, when you saw the Vikings were on your schedule this offseason, what were your thoughts about what this game was going to be?
I was curious what the Vikings were going to look like. You moved on from Sam. Sam had a really good year. JJ hadn't really showed you that he was ready to take over. So I was like, all right, you kind of work your whole life to find a quarterback that can do stuff, and you just kind of let player walk like that. Let's see what this turns into. I was a big fan of your DC. I think he was right about Tua. Shouts out to Brian Flores and all that. And I was like, hey man, they're gonna play some cool little defense, and maybe that offensive magic that y'all have, gonna roll into JJ. And boy, I don't know if it rolled into JJ like that. Y'all probably should have just signed Sam and just moved on. But just being honest with you, I ain't really think about it too much. I kind of just go week by week and whatnot. But y'all probably should have signed.
So we hear this Sam Darnold talk a lot. Would you agree with us as fan base saying we already knew what Sam Darnold would get us, and it wasn't a Super Bowl, and that's the one thing we're looking for?
This is the problem. You don't know what quarterback can do that. You can say Pat get him, but Nick Foles get him too. You know what I'm saying? So like you have to build around guys that can kind of get you to the party. There's no clear cut way to win a Super Bowl. You just kind of got to get a dude that win games for you and just like build around him or whatnot. So Sam was a dude that was kind of winning a little bit. It's kind of like you can have a boat or you can have a mystery box. You know what I'm saying? The mystery box could be a boat.
It could be a boat.
Could be a boat, but it could be some crappy tickets to a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all should have kept the boat.
I get it.
And decorated the boat to make it better. You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, well, we got Sam and the offense is working and the defense is working. Let's add another piece to this Sam offense that's working. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Sam
but do you do that after you already drafted, the box? You already got the box.
Sure.
Like he's already there. You spent a 10th overall pick on that box.
F them boxes. Trade them. Trade them. I lie.
You know what? I fully expect
but you already have the box, man.
Buddies.
Yeah, a dog gets his bone once in a while when you talk about like Nick Foles and Trent Dilfer and stuff like that. But that's like we see that once every 10 years.
Drew Brees wins one Super Bowl every 10 years. That's kind of what the game is. You just got to roll what you got. Like it's you ain't always gonna have 2 birds and 2 bushes. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to take what you can get in this league where Trevor Lawrence supposed to be the next coming of quarterback Jesus, and he's not. You know what I'm saying? And you got a guy in Sam, and you may go, well, he's Sam. He's not gonna win us a Super Bowl, but Trevor Lawrence football Jesus not neither. You know what I mean? So like you just can't roll the dice in that way, and especially like with how the league is working. Like the old dudes coming back to play. You know what I mean? Like the league is kind of showing you that quarterback, like forcing young quarterback, you got to be special or like have a great team to make young quarterbacks do what they do. Like Baker Mayfield came back and he's kind of showing like what the business is. If you look at Sam Darnold's pedigree coming out of college, like Sam was a guy, he was a guy that people would talk about in that way. I don't want to bring y'all a showdown with Sam talk, but even when JJ McCarthy was at Michigan, I ain't think JJ McCarthy was all that. I thought it was a power run game. You played defense over there and cool. Just like JJ
I think it's very interesting how in your analogy you use the boat, right? Because I know quite a few people who have boats, and the payment on that boat can be something to be afraid of. And most of the people I know who have boats always say, if you want to know how to lose most of the money you've ever learned in your life, own a boat, because you will always be putting money into that boat. I'm glad we went with the box.
If the Seahawks win the Super Bowl this year, they care nothing about overpaying Sam Darnold. Nobody cares if they win the Super Bowl.
And then when they don't, they're going to say it's because they paid Sam Darnold $100 million and they couldn't afford to do this, and this.
It don't matter because they are competitive, and this ain't me talking crazy because it's supposed to be the enemy segment
last year.
But the Seahawks are competitive with their quarterback play, and the Vikings are not. The Vikings were competitive with the quarterback that you just let go, and he's competitive over there now. You see what I'm saying?
We lost to the Rams twice and the Lions twice with that boat. Two playoff teams, like when we played them, Sam Darnold.
That's the lovely dice roll of trying to figure out quarterback in the NFL play. I just feel like once you have those guys, like the Browns been searching for a long time for quarterback competence, just a little bit of it. Like teams just been looking for it. And I think when you finally get it, I just think you just need to hold on to it. And look, so just not to make this about y'all, because I don't want to make sound like I'm talking crazy. Like I hate Cowboy fans that see Dak played fantastically. And they go, oh, we need to let like Joe Milton throw the football. Like that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like just take the dude that wins all the ball games and try to make the situation better with him. I think that's what y'all probably should have done with Sam. That's just me making a Cowboy example.
I actually was going to ask you guys where you're at with Dak, but first I also did want to say it also takes two to tango in the situation with Sam Darnold, because there is the rumor out there that the Vikings did offer Sam Darnold, a contract, the 1 year, the same money that the Seahawks did. The Seahawks just tacked on a couple more years, but those other years aren't guaranteed. So essentially, he signed a 1 year deal with the Seahawks, and the Vikings offered him the same 1 year, $30 million. He chose the Seahawks.
I feel you. But the quarterback position is the most important position in football. You get that boy some fake ass years, and you keep on rolling. Do what you got to do. Give him the fake void years that he want. And let's go win some football games. So now y'all hosting this podcast with an attitude as opposed to hosting it like, oh yeah, we about to beat the hell out of the Cowboys with Sam Darnold. Like you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're gonna beat the hell out of him with JJ McCarthy, though.
I'm not in the mood to talk crazy to you. You might, but I'm just saying on the Sam Darnold situation, I'm just trying to make a point to you.
No, I hear you. But I did want to ask you guys about Dak. So Lombardi, because I see that you're a fan of Dak Prescott. What about you, Chris?
Well, first of all, I need to state my allegiance. I'm diehard Michigan. I will not tolerate any JJ McCarthy slander here.
Yes,
he gave me my national championship.
He was fantastic.
I'm not talking about
Blake Corum and Roman Wilson in that defense. Shouts out to the characters.
But you gotta remember, man. You gotta remember. Before JJ got there, they had no play at quarterback. He made big plays at Michigan, brother. That's all I'm saying. No. I love JJ. JJ, my man. I love him. Hey, when you win me a national championship, you my man for life.
I love him with you, but when I'm judging him amongst his peers is different. But shouts out to him.
All right. Now,
Tim Tebow is a legend and won a ton of football games, but I'm judging him.
That's all I'm saying too. Because Florida, people still love Tim. I still love JJ.
I'm happy for you.
Did that man just absolutely will the Broncos to the playoffs?
God bless him.
Anyway, I'm going back to my Dak question. I am a Dacker. I absolutely love Dak Prescott. Love him since he was a rookie, and I am behind him 1,000%. I don't know why the media and people that listen to the media all may think he's just an average quarterback. You watch him, you watch the kid play, you look at his stats, you do everything, man. He's a natural born leader. He has done things for the Cowboys, and always if you didn't know, he's an all-time leading passer for the Cowboys. So how can you suck and you be the all-time leading passer for a historical franchise like the Cowboys? I just hate when people prejudge something because he ain't got to the championship game. The Cowboys, I think the Cowboys hadn't got there, not just Dak. Romo didn't get there. There's a lot of things, but as soon as Romo left, hey, man, Romo was the greatest quarterback ever. And it's the same thing going to happen as soon as Dak leaves. Hey, Dak Prescott was the greatest quarterback ever. It's always what you have for me lately. It's always that backup quarterback syndrome here in Dallas. Until you win one, you always the backup quarterback is better. But Dak Prescott is the man to me. I absolutely love him. So he leads our team. Man, he's on fire. And one quick other thing, Pittsburgh, thank you for that third round pick. I told my friend that was a Steeler fan, I said, man, we're going to make Joe Pickens a superstar because Dak Prescott is the quarterback and y'all never had one. So, but yes, to answer your question, I am a Dacker.
I feel you. We once had a quarterback that was pretty good. And when we had him, I don't think people really appreciated him. But now that he's gone, it's like, oh man, I kind of wish we had a quarterback like that again. And I don't know if you're familiar with Case Keenum, but
Case, that's funny.
We all showing how to win with somebody and run them off, don't you?
Yeah, we sure do, man. We sure do. You're right about that. I won't fight you on that one. What about you, Michael? You a Dak backer?
I am not. I am not a Dak fan. Now
I'm glad. I want something here.
Now look, I always say this, and I've been known to say this for years. Dak Prescott is the regular season MVP, but he has not done anything that Romo hasn't done. He hasn't done anything for me since Troy Aikman left, right? No quarterback since Troy Aikman has done anything for me. Sure, you can win games, but to me, the regular season is like a job interview, right? And if you do well in your job interview, you get the job to get to go play in the playoffs. You get the job to go get in the bracket and go win a championship. And for Dak Prescott, he's light on his resume. He ain't as good as he thinks he is when the job matters. Right now, we can go game by game, and I can break that down for you. But I did that with Jay Tuck on Big Fella's channel just a couple of weeks ago. If you guys are going to go watch that, I don't want to repeat myself here. It's not my show. But, it's just one of those things where when I need him the most, he lets me down. And there's a thing that Big Fella brought to his attention in that same talk with Jay Tuck was the wide-eyed, sweaty Dak Prescott will not score you any points. And when the Eagles were up 21-0, Big Fella, my voice was echoing in his head, wide-eyed, sweaty Dak Prescott, because he almost saw it. Then obviously, the defense gets 8 consecutive stops. The offense finally did their job and they scored some points. But, it's just one of those things where it's a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster with Romo. It's the same roller coaster with Dak Prescott. You can shout out to my boy Danny Savage. He said it best. NFL fantasy has ruined the game of football. A lot of Cowboy fans would rather have 400 yards and 4 touchdowns than have playoff success, because that's when people debate me, when Cowboy fans for that matter debate me about Dak Prescott, they tell me about all this glitz and glamour, but I still look at a 2-5 playoff record. I'm ready to move on when the Dallas Cowboys are ready to move on, and I'm ready to ride that roller coaster, whatever that future brings. But I just can't sit here for a quarterback in 10 years that just now learned how to do a snap count. I mean, Mike McCarthy taught him a snap count in year 9. That blows my mind. Mike McCarthy taught him how to get the ball out of his hands quicker in year 9. It's crazy to me how we're still developing a 4th round quarterback in his 10th year. It's crazy to me. And then there's more excuses.
$65 million quarterback.
Exactly. There's more excuses than there is success to me, in my opinion.
Well, it's like hearing 2 sides of the spectrum. This sounds like when we had Kirk Cousins. Cody, what are your thoughts on Dak Prescott?
I love Dak Prescott. I think he can throw up the numbers for you. Like a quarterback that we had and Kirk Cousins.
There it is.
Right? Throws up the numbers, but then folds. And then that's a Minnesota thing to have, is we bring in a veteran quarterback and they throw up numbers and they fold. Even looking at Randall Cunningham, Folds, threw up big numbers. So Dak Prescott, I think he can give the Dallas Cowboys a Super Bowl. I think the biggest issue for the Dallas Cowboys is who's controlling that team and Jerry Jones. I don't think Jerry Jones is I think he's living in the past and not what his football is meant to be played today. My giving up Micah Parsons to Green Bay. I mean, I hated that move when that first happened because they know where he's going, who he's playing for, what team he's playing for, a perennial playoff team, a contender every single year. If you get rid of Jerry Jones, or if Jerry Jones moves down his player management to someone else, I think the Dallas Cowboys would be really good and will be that perennial playoff championship contending team every single year with Dak Prescott. I just don't think it's Dak Prescott's fault. I think it's whoever's in charge at the very top's fault.
Is it fair to judge a quarterback though on Super Bowl appearances or Super Bowl wins? Like Lamarcus said, Drew Brees went to 1, and he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of our lifetime.
Well, I think you judge him by the big game appearances that happens during the playoffs. Drew Brees won a Super Bowl. He's hit his big games, right? We don't have that for the Vikings quarterback. I think we saw the Minneapolis Miracle from Case Keenum, and then he folded in the NFC Championship game too.
He didn't give up 41 points, Cody.
He threw 2 picks or something like that. The big games is what makes the quarterback. The big games, right? And the biggest game of all is a Super Bowl. You winning a Super Bowl, then you are meant to be that quarterback.
I think Dak's a good quarterback. And it's funny that, Michael, you mentioned fantasy football because I've taken him the last 2 years, and that's kind of made me hate him.
Does it?
Like he'll have like these big games, but then he also has these games where the stats ain't shit, and the Cowboys still end up winning the game, but I was like, where's the stats, man?
Yeah.
Like he compiles all those stats like in a few games. But I think overall he's a solid and a winning quarterback. And I just think, man, the playoffs are hard to win in. I really do. It's like
but when you get there a lot, you got to have a little bit more success.
Well, I think if you're getting there a lot, that is success.
Not when you're one and done.
Getting in there.
Not when you're one and done. Getting into the playoffs and losing in a wild card round, all you did was hurt your draft position by at least 8 spots. That's all you did.
But the fact
that's all you did if you don't win a Super Bowl. You can go win 2 playoff games and then you really effed your draft spot. You didn't do any better than if you lost in the wild card.
Exactly, but are you competitive though? Like, can you there's no such thing as a moral victory, but can you be competitive? The youngest team in the National Football League in 2023 slapped the crap out of us. It was 20-0 before you even blinked. You know what I'm saying? That was the defense fault. That was the offense fault. There was a lot of people that played in that. Dak Prescott actually scored a touchdown, a pick 6 for the Packers before he even scored for the Cowboys. So it's just there's a lot of things that I look at a little bit different than other fans do, but that's okay.
What I like about the Cowboys quarterback,
you're not all agreeing.
The Cowboys quarterback situations, these guys aren't first-round picks for the past 15 years now. Not first-round pick quarterbacks, and they're still contending with some sort. Like Tony Romo, undrafted, right? Dak Prescott, was he a 4th-round pick? Like what they are able to do with the quarterback position is kind of what I want to see us start doing at the quarterback position. We're drafting a 1st-round quarterback guy, and we can't get him to play well through the first 11 games of the year until finally something clicked. So
how do you guys feel about your guys' coach? Because I know that was one of the moves made this offseason that everybody was kind of scratching their head like that's who they went with. And I know a lot of fans felt that way, but after 14 weeks, how you guys feeling about it?
Who do you want to go first?
Lombardi-Kiss looks ready.
I think head coaches, their job is to kind of, lean on the operation and make sure everybody playing for them, and they should just kind of lean on the OC and the DC. That's just kind of, how I've been feeling. If you look at the Eagles and, them winning, I don't know what the hell Sirianni does well, but when his OC is good and his DC is good, they good. But when they bad, they bad. I think that's kind of how most of the league kind of operate. You know what I mean? So if you shot it, I mean, he calls the plays or whatever, but, they have Adams is the run game type coordinator. He's the OC, but he don't call plays type stuff. So they got a little operation over there. But they leaning on the offensive operation, and it works. I can't blame Shotty on the defensive operation. Shotty didn't hire the DC. That's more of a Jerry Jones problem. You know, I don't know how much time y'all have on that one, but Shotty's job as a head coach is to motivate players, make sure players run through a wall for him, hold them accountable, discipline them, and people think that Shotty's a hurrah guy. I didn't see Shotty cuss people out, personally. You know what I'm saying? So like he's holding guys accountable. There's this one player that we have, Jadon Blue. That boy, we was about to go crazy. Jadon Blue about to go in there and tear it up. But Jadon Blue bullshit. I don't know if I can cuss on y'all show, my bad. But he bullshit. So Jadon Blue ain't been playing this year. I kind of like that about Shotty. You know what I'm saying? He's not just arm around you guy. I saw Mike McCarthy kind of sabotage the Cowboys a little bit. They was winning, but boy, they was running hitches and slants. You know what I mean? And like your offensive talent had to kind of overcome some of his nonsense, like play calling or whatever. It seems like Shotty's opened up the offense a little bit, and Dak is able to operate. Terrible ass Dak Prescott is able to operate in that offense a little better. So shouts out to Shotty, man. I don't have an issue with him if he comes back next year and Brian Flores is the DC or something like that. I'm gonna be excited.
Whoa.
I'll be happy as shit about the Dallas Cowboys.
B-Flow's not going nowhere unless it's for a head coaching job. He ain't going anywhere for a lateral movement. I don't think
Jerry Jones got a lot of money, player. Dan Quinn was about to be the head coach one year for the Broncos.
But he was already there. He was already there, though.
Dan Quinn was there, and he was about to leave for a head coaching job to the Broncos, and Jerry Jones put a big-ass brown paper bag full of money on his desk and said, hang tight. And he hung tight.
Jerry Jones is about to do something stupid.
And then he left the next year.
Loose or something.
Hey, man, it is what it is. I mean, you only got so many brown bags full of money, but I've seen it happen. So I would hope that he goes and tap in with old Brian Flores. And this might be tampering if I say it on some other program, but fuck it. Bring him in so we can win some games.
Well, you guys got Zimmer from us. That's enough.
Zimmer's much better than nonsense we got going on right now, brother. But shouts out to him.
That's sad. That's sad to hear, but that's good for us.
No, it
Chris,
ain't
what about you?
No, it ain't sad at all. This motherfucker terrible. What we got going on right now. Please bring
We're
Zimmer.
familiar with him. That was the Bears head coach. We're very familiar with him.
Oh, that's right.
Zimmer always had y'all running good defense. It's just when he was bogged down on the defense, the head coach stuff got weird. You know what I mean? But
well, now we have that, but on the offense, our head coach is just focused on the offense, not do the what the first thing you said about Schottenheimer about having the coordinators doing their job and the coach kind of overseeing the whole operation. Yeah. Me and Fish kind of were looking like, yeah, that's what we've been saying that KOC needs to do a little bit more of, because when you're calling the plays and you're running the offense, you're not really paying attention to the other side of the ball, like during the game. Like you're focused on that, and you should be overseeing everything. So, hey, man, that was good for that. Chris, what about you? Has Schottenheimer won you over?
Well, full transparency. When it happened, I was not happy.
I
wasn't happy because I thought the Cowboys needed a splash. They needed the touchdown, Atlanta. I'm sorry. I thought because of the statue of the Cowboys, I thought we needed a bigger name than Schottenheimer. I knew about Schottenheimer and everything. I knew he's been an OC at a bunch of places. I just wasn't happy. I was just like, there we go again, doing the Jerry Jones, the inside yes man thing. Okay, with like Jason Garrett and with Mike McCarthy hiring his staff before he even got there. It was like, oh, here we go again when they hired Shotty. But I become a Schottenheimer fan. Number one, that's my grandson's name is Shotty. So hey, Shotty's all the way around. Let's go. I like it, man, because before I could literally sit, and I know Vosh could do this too. I've seen a lot of his shows and a lot of his things on YouTube. He can sit there and you can look at the formation. You knew exactly what the Cowboys are going to run. I remember at work, and this girl was like, Chris, I saw your TikTok, and you said when the Cowboys say kill, they're going to run the ball. Dak Prescott is at the line, kill, what they do? They ran the ball. I said, I'm an amateur. Okay, so things like that used to drive me crazy about Mike McCarthy. Well, now with Shotty, I can't predict it. Only time I know when they're going to do something on play action. I know their play action down is 1st and 3rd. Okay, so on 1st and 3rd, either they're going to run or do play action, one of the two. And I love his play action game. I love it. I think that he's spreading the ball around. like he's supposed to. He's giving opportunities to players like Flournoy. Like I think Ryan Flournoy would have never got on the field if Mike McCarthy was still here. So I like his accountability. I know Corner was upset about, not upset. He was disappointed that he didn't get on Pickens and CD a little longer for the little Vegas episode. I was like, well, yeah, but you're still trying to win that damn game too. So other than that, I am a Shoddy fan. I am happy with him. I'm with Vosh, man. Please give me a defensive coordinator in here and a bunch of secondary help, and I think the Cowboys will be where they need to be.
All right. That's crazy. I didn't know how you guys would be about that, because I remember then you guys both said it, like when the hire happened, you guys weren't excited about it or happy about it because there were some other big names floating around, and sometimes it's not the name, I guess. But Michael, tell us why you don't like it.
No, I was on board from the jump, and I got a lot of heat from it from my buddies that I do content with. Shout out to them, because Mike McCarthy lied to me in the beginning. He said that he watched every team or every snap of the offense, and it turns out 5 minutes later he said it because he needed a job. So Mike McCarthy turned me off right away. Schottenheimer, on the other hand, told me that he was going to run the ball, and if you looked at his resume with Russell Wilson in Seattle, and statistically, that was one of Russell Wilson's best years under Brian Schottenheimer. So what I was able to see in Dak and what Shoddy was able to do, and then I hear Jerry Jones say Shoddy was always in disagreement with Mike McCarthy and would shake his head about some of the game plan structures that he wanted to do. I bought into that as well. And then you go into free agency and you bring in a guy like Javonte Williams from the Broncos, and then you watch his tape and you're like, if this guy can stay healthy, this guy's going to be good in this system. And so when Shoddy told me he's going to run the ball and he gets Javonte Williams, then they draft Tyler Booker in the first round too from Alabama. You're like, this guy's not kidding. This guy's going to run the ball. And when you look at Dak Prescott's success, what is it? It's play action. So if you can get a good running game with Dak Prescott, he's going to be good because that's his forte. It always has been with prime Zeke, with Tony Pollard. And then we know we've been out of that element for a little while. Then you get Javonte Williams, and now you're able to set that up. Going in against the Eagles week one, I was most confident that we're going to beat those Eagles. I was saying it for weeks, because I knew what Schottenheimer was going to bring to this offense. I loved the energy. I loved him playing golf with his players. I loved him taking his players out to dinner. I loved the culture that he was building. I would wear my hard hat right here almost every show, and I would say, Brian Schottenheimer, the culture's under construction. He's changing the culture in Dallas, right? I bring the hard hat out and make good fun of it with the buddies that would piss them off. But I was on board with Schottenheimer from day one.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like when we got our new head coach and Kevin O'Connell. And what we talked about was changing the culture. And now some of us want to change it back. But yeah,
but I'll tell you, the Dallas Cowboy culture has not been this good in a really long time.
Yeah, I saw them in the locker room after the last win. It looks like they rally around him and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's a good sign. But Shaq, what are you looking to see from the Vikings going into this game?
Can we just sustain drives, get third down conversions? If we could just look like a real complete NFL offense and, progression from Jonathan McCarthy, then I'll consider that a win, even if we lose. I just want to see that, we're progressing towards something.
That sounds defeated. What about you, Fish? What are you hoping to see in this game?
Our run game to continue to keep going. As the run game goes, so does Jonathan McCarthy's confidence and his comfort.
Cody?
The offensive line to stay healthy and watch them play a good game again like they did last week, because I want to see if we're going to keep this same offensive line that we spend big money on into next year. Like last week, first time ever seeing them healthy on the field, all five. We went through 24 different offensive line combinations this year, and to finally see what we paid for in the offseason, what we were most happy about, what KOC wanted to emphasize and getting in the offseason was the offensive line. So seeing them healthy, moving forward, having them play another great game, and then seeing what we got for the next year. Maybe we keep them all after this game or going forward.
I want to see this team approach it like a playoff game. Like, I don't want to think about, the season's already over, or no, we just want to see JJ McCarthy get a little bit better. I want to win this game, and I wanted to see the team go out there like they're trying to win the game. I want to come out of this and dang, that's the best game that we saw all year. KOC, good job. You ran the ball. JJ McCarthy, you didn't turn the ball over. Man, you put up 50 points. That's amazing. That's what I want to see from this game. I want to see us compete like this is a playoff game. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna catch that or not. No,
I heard it.
I don't expect 50. I don't expect to need 50 because I expect our defense to actually play well. Our defense has been playing really well over the past 4 or 5 weeks. So I do think that's what's gonna keep us in this game. I'm really curious to see how our offense performs because we had a great game last week, but that was against Washington. So that's taken with a little bit of grain of salt, but coming in with the confidence coming off of that win, I want to see, can we put together back-to-back games? Because we have not won back-to-back games this season. So
that's a good
I was
thing.
saying earlier.
It's so sad.
That's very sad. So that's why I'm really hoping that the Browns beat the Bears and the Rams beat the Lions, because if that happens, then technically we're not eliminated yet. And just maybe go out there with that fire that, hey, our season's not dead yet. We have to win this game or else we eliminate ourselves. Like, take care of what we can take care of. That's what I'm hoping to see. Chris, if you were coaching against the Cowboys, what would be your game plan to beat them?
Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Hey, Keith, go ahead and make those faces at me that you made just a minute ago. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know what faces I made.
It's just run the ball. It's easy. Cowboys had this deficiency forever about stopping the run. Our linebackers, absolutely. Well, they since Wilson got here, it's gotten a little better. Overshown is still trying to get healthy. Our linebackers just, I hate to say the word suck, but they suck, and it just drives me crazy. My high paid corners can't cover. My safeties are slow. Run the ball. Oh well, no. To beat the Cowboys, you got to stay on offense, because if our offense had the ball, you ain't gonna beat them. You're not gonna beat them. If the Cowboys get you out the field on third down, chalk it up. Just go to bed. Go to bed early. Go to bed, because the Cowboys are going to score 30 at home. Okay, so if you get 3 and outs against the Cowboys in AT&T in Arlington, it ain't in Dallas, it's in Tarrant County. If you get 3 and outs in AT&T, the game is over. Okay, so you got to run the ball, sustain drives, and the Cowboys give up a lot of third down conversions. So if you convert on third, you have a chance to beat the Cowboys. But if it's 3 and outs, it may get ugly.
All right, so run the ball. Cody, what do you think? Do you think KOC can do it back-to-back games, stick to the run? Last week we ran, 28 times? That was the most that we ran all season, and it was our best third down conversion percentage all season. So it sounds like stick to the same game plan, KOC. Do you think he could do it, Cody?
Flip a quarter. I don't know. It seems whatever's working is what we do, but it's the Dallas Cowboys, and that offense is powerful. If they jump out at any sort of lead, we're not running the football anymore. This is what it's against KOC's grain. And the Cowboys had that offense to score a lot of points, and for us to get behind, I just feel like no, it's not going to happen. So flip a quarter, 50-50, based on what the Cowboys do on offense. We'll run the ball.
Barticus, would you agree the best way to beat the Cowboys would be to run the ball, or what do you got?
I actually think the Cowboys have gotten less terrible at stopping the run. I ain't saying they got better at it. They've gotten slightly less worse at it. I say throw the damn football. What the Washington football Wizards did, I don't call them what their name is because I don't like their name. But what Washington did versus y'all was they gave y'all's like y'all had a whole bunch of cushion, like a lot of cushion on offense, right? Like, man, why they playing the DB so far off and they never made adjustments to it? Cowboys play just like that. Cowboys DBs play just like that. 12 yards of cushion, wide ass open off the line of scrimmage. Even though I got a fun stat and I promise I'm not talking crazy because we on this little panel here. Did y'all know out of 39 qualifying quarterbacks, JJ McCarthy is the worst
39.
at throwing to wide open targets? Did y'all know that?
Yes.
Oh man, tell us more.
He's the worst in the league at throwing to wide open ass target. So what that means, just in case anybody listen, is if there's a target down the field wide open, JJ will throw it, and out of all the quarterbacks in the league, he's most likely to miss it.
Throw 10 feet over his head.
That's wild. That's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? And this, I ain't talking crazy. That's just what I had on my little paper that they sent me on my analytic joint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's right, but that's true and all. But what about 9?
Boss, this can't be cowboy on cowboy crime, boss.
Hey,
I told you there's no JJ slander while I'm on the
watch. I'm gonna blow your mind even more.
You just speaking back.
NFL sent me an email with analytics about this damn game, and the first thing that they said was JJ McCarthy is the worst quarterback in the league at hitting wide open throw. Dak Prescott's the best, but JJ at 79% is the worst quarterback in the league at hitting wide open. I ain't making this up.
I know.
So how I try to correlate that with my last point is the Cowboys will let your wide receivers run wide open. JJ just got to hit them. You know what I'm saying?
He was hitting them last week though. So I mean, this is a new JJ. This is a new JJ. But an open receiver is an open receiver, right?
Yeah, but if he missed some shit,
Lombardi, I'm about to blow your mind right here. So what was that site that came out with the power ranking quarterbacks? They had JJ McCarthy at 32, and at 31 was Phillip Rivers that just got.
That's a damn shame.
Wow, really? That's serious. Are you serious, Cody? Was that
true? You can't read everything, man.
Yeah.
That ain't honest, man. That ain't honest. I mean, you can't do that, man. You can't do JJ McCarthy like that. Nah. That's where I draw the line. You can't.
Y'all ease up off JJ, man. Ease up off JJ.
I think JJ's done with social media anyway. So I mean, people could say what they want to say and put what they want to put out there. You saw when he got the game ball from KFC this week that he wasn't making no faces, no grunting, no saying anything. He just kind of took the ball like, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. He meditated.
I think he's gonna be fine, man. And I think what we saw against the Commanders, damn, I don't like saying either. I think it's a dumb name. I think it should just go back to the Redskins, and that's why I just call them Washington. Yeah, but I think
take the Sentinels.
The Sentinels.
It was right there.
Yeah, you know the movie.
I hate that name too.
I wouldn't like that either.
I hate all their names. I don't like nothing about them people.
But I do believe they should just.
Well, I mean that's your division, right?
Honestly, man, I don't look at rivalries like in that same kind of way. I think if we beating the shit out you all the time, it don't count. You know what I'm saying? So like, like the Eagles thing, I'll take that. But I think the Cowboys are more rivals with the Lions now than the Washington and like the Giants people. Like I hate when they get on TV. Oh, the Giants are a rivalry with the Cap. Man, the Giants ain't beat Dak Prescott in 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even look at them. I don't think about. I don't see them on social media because they shut the hell up because they losing now. And the same with Washington. I don't really see them people in that way. It's just that when they think they're good, they like to attack me first. So I've had to fight Washington people just a little bit, but it ain't really rivalry like that. I don't believe.
Right.
Yeah, we felt that way a little bit about the Bears and the Lions. Like really weren't a rival until the last couple of years they started to get a little bit better. But it's like I felt like the Saints were more of a rival to us. The Eagles were more of a rival to us. So I get what you're saying on that. Mike, what would you say would be the way to beat the Cowboys?
Oh man, you just got to blitz, get Dak under some pressure. We've seen him when there's a zero look, his incompletion rate is not good. I mean, it was good against like the Chiefs and stuff recently, but through the course of the year, it hasn't been good. Stop the running game, and on the defense side of the ball, just if they're playing off like Vaught said, do what you're supposed to do. And then Aaron Jones is the Cowboy killer. He should get a lot of snaps this week. I know Mason's y'all starter, but put Aaron Jones in there for a couple of snaps and watch him work.
It's week to week with those guys. We never know who's going to get the bulk of the carries. I mean, it's a true 1A, 1B. It's just,
you want a Cowboy killer, and put Aaron Jones in the starting lineup.
So it sounds like we need to. Sounds like we need to run against you guys and stop your run, and then pray that Dak has an off game.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't know how you can say not gonna happen. I don't know, like what part of that's not gonna happen. Like we're not gonna stop your run, or Dak's not gonna have an off game because Dak can have an off game. Like he's prone to having off games. I like that. I didn't say it earlier, but I would take Dak as my quarterback right now. But he has off games.
And that's why I was like, when I saw one in the comments, your fan said Dak is trash, and I was like, I bet you wish you had him on your team right now.
I would think that. Maybe not for 65. Maybe not for 65 though.
No, there we go. We talking about people's money. I don't count your pockets. Don't count his pockets. That's what I hate.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
That's what I hate about fans, because when you start counting pockets, you automatically think you put people in certain pedestal. All I'm saying is play on the field. If you had him right now, your team would be in the playoff contention, wouldn't it? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but our defense would be ass.
I'd say this. As much as I don't like Prescott, I won't bring up his salary. Now, I did go on a Twitter war with a lot of Cowboy fans a couple of off seasons ago. I went from day 1 all the way up to like day 150 of asking the Dallas Cowboys not to sign Dak Prescott. And I went with debate and battle. I did a lot of things. I mean, a lot of people were doing it, but not a lot of people were protesting it, right? But now that he's signed, he's here. And I wouldn't say Dak Prescott is trash. He's good. He's just not good enough.
I don't know how you guys could like not worry about the money, stay out of the pockets, this and that. But you just lost Micah Parsons because you're paying him $65 million.
I was okay with losing Micah Parsons.
I disagree. You lost Micah Parsons because he was bullshitting. You had the money to sign him, and you could have did a whole bunch of other stuff, but they were just
to the money you wanted to sign him to.
Nah, like Michael was going to be the highest paid player, and it ain't had nothing to do with Dak's money. It was going to get done. It's just that, egos and BS be happening.
I'm cheering right now because Falcons are in field goal range to win this motherfucking game.
Let's go, Falcons. Do you need the Falcons to win for the Vikings to get in?
No, we don't need Kirk to win this game at all.
It's part of the process, yes.
I love
what
that
process?
I'm just like that with my Cowboys.
We need the Bucks and the Panthers to one of them to go 9-8 or worse.
I like Cody, man. Cowboys about to win all the rest of these games. Lions about to lose all the rest of theirs. The Eagles about to lose to the Raiders and all that shit. I'm right there with you, bro. I'm the same way.
Man, I really can commiserate.
This is the Vikings
I
path
can
to
really
the
get
playoffs.
down with you with that Lions slander, though.
Oh, and they got closer to field goal range. 12
That's a
minutes.
big ass sheet of paper, boy. Hold on.
The Bears it's a lot.
Hold on. Wait. So does all this have to happen?
Yes.
All this has to happen.
Yes, Bob.
Well, this shit can't happen because the Lions and the Bears play each other, right? So they can't both lose out. Okay, Lions. Okay, I see. Okay.
Okay.
That's a lot going on, dog.
That's a lot. But look at none of this is impossible. The hardest thing is the Bears beating the Bears losing to the Browns.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
It's big, man. We get it.
Hey, it's going to be a big sheet of paper when your odds are 1%.
Yeah.
If you go to the gas station and buy yourself a lottery ticket, you have just the same amount of odds as winning the lottery as the Vikings is going to the playoffs.
Hey, Bucks need to lose twice. Looks like they're going to lose once already. So
that's awesome.
That little domino just.
I mean, the Cowboys, I mean, they got a sheet too. It ain't as big as that, but they got a sheet too. You guys are a game and a half ahead of us.
It's real simple.
And after this game, you might be a half game ahead of us.
Let me
ask. They got to win because the Eagles going to drop one. They're going to drop one more.
Do y'all control your own destiny? Like, if y'all win out, do y'all go to the playoffs?
No. We need the Eagles to lose 2.
Damn.
The Eagles need to lose 2 more games.
Oh, my God. Kirk Cousins is going to help us out.
If we beat you, your list comes that big.
If you beat us, it's done. It's over.
No, you get a list. I'll make it and send it to you guys, but you get a list too.
No need.
See, the problem is you guys haven't been down 33-0 at halftime in recent history. Y'all don't know what it's like to say, I know we're down a lot, but I just got to ride this thing out until the percentage chance is 0. Y'all are what we call Newport. We're old.
Nah, man. Last year somebody was beating the shit out of us, and like Buffalo or something. One of them teams was whooping our ass real bad.
I was just kidding, Luke Lombardi.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I'm a big fan of Crown Global Media. Watched the show this morning. Let me put down my iron phone and sit on my golden throne. Jabot started the show off like that. I listened to it this morning, but Fish, and I mean this with no disrespect, dude. You remind me, and you look like a little bit of Brian Broaddus. I don't know. I see it. I hear it, and I see it. It's crazy. It's a little freaky.
Fish gonna have to Google that one.
I'll just take your word for it. I ain't putting out the energy to find it. He can find me. Tell him he looks like and sounds like me. He can come find me.
Wow.
It's insane.
Brian ain't gonna look for you, but you do kind of like Bros a little bit. You do kind of.
Does he
I'm
sound
just
like
saying,
him?
I ain't gonna look for him either. So we're square.
He must be a handsome dude.
He sounds like him too, though.
Yeah, he sounds just like him. It's mind blowing to me.
He also has the Super Bowl ring, so there's that.
Yeah, shouts out to Bros.
Fish got one too.
It's good.
Nah, man.
Falcons win. Hey,
We're
step one.
and the little
Step one.
bit.
Hey, one of those come off the paper. The list just got a little smaller, fellas.
Yeah.
One step in front of the. It ain't over till it's over.
Chris.
Yeah, but you still got to play Sunday. So that's the problem.
we got to win every game, okay? And I get to root for my team to win. Instead of be like, well, it might be better if we lose because of draft position. I get to root for my team to win. And then,
Yeah, we need all the hope coming in Sunday night, because if the Bears lose to the Browns, now what does that locker room look like?
we're making ourselves try to believe right now, fellas. But we don't really believe. So
we have a chance at a playoff.
we're trying to believe in Santa Claus right now.
The Bears just lost to the Browns. We have a chance now.
Yeah, and
Like, imagine that locker room.
This cup is red, guys. This cup is red.
I didn't know we were getting into Bloods versus Crips on this podcast. What happened here?
I'm just letting y'all know the cup is red. All
right,
Chris, look, if a miracle happens, I fully expect you to come back on with a red cup.
I'm definitely going to. I mean, look, I was excited that you guys invited us on. You found us on social media. I was like, man, I don't even know a Vikings fan. Jesus, okay, but hey, let's rock and roll.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing.
And I really wasn't trying to be funny, guys. I swear to God, now I'm honest to God, truth. I did not. I mean, growing up in Texas, I live in Seattle now, but growing up in Texas, born and raised, everybody there was either Cowboy fans or Steeler fans. This is growing up in the 70s. Cowboys or Steelers or Redskin fans. All right. So, of course, when you get older, people move in and everything. And I still never met a Vikings fans when growing up and living in Texas. And I was just like, when you guys hit me on social media, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to come on, man. I want to meet one. I never seen one.
That's crazy. I live in California and all I see is you motherfuckers.
You find a Cowboys fan everywhere. Like I be telling my family. I be telling my family about Vought.
Are they still America's
If you're a
team?
Cowboys fan, you might as well go watch him.
Oh yeah.
My
The most
brother, who's
primetime
13
games, the
years
most
older than me,
viewership.
diehard Cowboys fan.
Hey, man,
Chris.
go ahead.
I want to ask you guys each this, but each of you give us one player that casual fans might not know about on the Cowboys, but you can guarantee he's going to make an impact on Sunday.
The casual fan.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
Cowboys got a second round rookie, Donovan Ezraku. He was kind of brought in to be a pass rush guy, but I tell you what, he's gotten real good at run defense lately. You know what I'm saying? And if the Vikings are going to run the football heavily, like I would assume that they're going to try to do, I would assume that Donovan Ezraku is going to make a whole bunch of plays early, and y'all probably not going to know who that is. And he's one of our better guys. It's kind of bad that he's one of our better guys right now, but he is, and I fully expect him to make some plays. Also too, it's getting real late, and I gotta get up at 5. But I love y'all to pieces. Thank y'all so much for having me on. I'm gonna be in the chat chilling. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Appreciate all y'all. Salute all y'all.
Before you go, give us your score prediction.
Cowboys gonna beat the shit out the Vikings, man. What you mean? 44-6 or something, dog. JJ McCarthy, the worst quarterback in the league, hitting wide open target. They never should have showed me that stat. I've been saying that shit on every single platform I've been going on. At DallasCowboys.com, when I go over on there, my show, Crown Global, Bleacher Report, I say that same stat. JJ McCarthy is the worst quarterback hitting wide open ass targets, and that ain't me talking crazy. I'm just being honest. Hey man, I
can't wait to stitch this. All right.
All right, thanks for joining us, Bob.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris. Who do you got? Yeah, that's funny. Ha ha ha. I can't wait to play that back.
Say, man, yeah, like I said, I'm a JJ fan. I can't handle this slander on JJ. Anyway, so I guess a player to watch, man, that a lot of people don't know. I think it's our third receiver, Ryan Flournoy. Everybody's going to be keyed on Pickens and Lamb. But you watch out for Ryan. Okay, number 19. He had some passes and catches the last couple of weeks. Even when CD went out, he was our second receiver, man. So don't sleep on number 19, Ryan Flournoy.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that name. That's a good one. So he's wide receiver 3.
Yes.
Okay, so we will see him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys do a lot of three receiver sets?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So when he's over Turpin?
Mm-hmm. Turpin is the 4-5 a receiver. When they go 5 wides and 4 wide, Turpin come in. When they try to run stupid gadget ass plays, Turpin come in. Turp should just stick to special teams, really. Turp is speed, and that's it. He's speed. There's no substance to the speed. He's just fast.
All right, Michael, give us one.
Yeah, Siobhan Rebel, our cornerback. He's strong. He's lengthy. This will be like his 4th game since coming back from that college knee injury. He had a bad game last week, but I'm looking forward to have a good game, and I think he might get an interception on JJ McCarthy this week.
Oh wow!
There's that slander, Chris.
I can't take it, bro. I'm about to go put on all my Michigan shit.
Oh, Chris knows how I feel about Michigan players. We've had a bunch of them. I mean, we had Taco Charlton, trash. I mean, you name it. Schoonmaker, trash. The only Michigan player that I liked that we've had was Jordan Lewis. That's it.
What's that defensive tackle y'all drafted? I forgot his name.
Oh, Mozzie Smith? Oh, God, what a nightmare. Stop drafting Michigan players, Cowboys. God.
Like
Rebel is in the draft room or something.
Well, is Rebel your third cornerback right now?
Yeah, but if Trayvon Diggs ain't playing, he will be starting. When it sounds like Trayvon Diggs isn't going to be playing.
What about CD? Sounds like he's playing.
CD was limited in practice. If you practice, you play. If you don't practice, you don't play.
He was a full practice participant today.
And then he will be playing. Right. Yes.
I expect him to play. I don't know if it's the smartest thing, but I expect him to play. I
think if you get a concussion of that magnitude, where you get asphyxia and your hands go up, I think you need to at least be out 2 weeks. But that's just me.
No, I need him for fantasy.
Against the Vikings, Cody.
I don't care.
You want the man with the concussion against your team to go out there and ball out. Put his life on the line for your fantasy team. Fantasy football is stupid, Cody.
He's not
ruined the game. It has ruined the game.
I agree, it's ruined the game. That's why
I might not need him. I might not need him after Kyle Pitts threw up 43 points today. So I don't know.
Fish, who's the guy that Cowboy fans might need to watch out for?
All right, so this is a guy that Keith and I are particularly high on at the beginning of the season, and he had a lot of great plays that were called back by a lot of flags, and then he ran into this rough spot where he had a couple of fumbles. It is a UDFA wide receiver who is our kickoff returner, Miles Price. We have been expecting him to house one all year. Do I think he's going to house one? No. But it sure does make the job a little easier when our offense is starting from, say, our 45-yard line for our offense to get in sync and stay ahead of the sticks. Miles Price, guys, watch out.
He does shrink the field, and I do think he's still going to return one this year, and we're running out of games. So
I do too. I just don't think it's going to be this week. I don't think he's going to return this week. I think he's going to house one this year. But yeah, he gets a little scary returning that ball for people that are trying to tackle him.
Yeah, if we stay away from the penalties, he definitely shortens up the field for our offense. For our 6 points we're going to get. Mother. Give him one, Shaq.
Keith, at least you're honest, Keith.
No, I was thinking the Vooch said that, man. He said we only going to score 6 points.
I'll say the play I'm going to stick with, we said this name a lot, is Eric Wilson, our linebacker. It's like we kind of signed him as a last resort free agent, and this boy just been balling out ever since. It's like we got him out of free agency, and it's like he's just always around the ball, getting sacks or getting stops in the backfield. So, Eric Wilson, watch out for our linebackers. He's not some big name, but he does make plays here and there when you need him to.
Playing like one.
Number 55.
He has, 15 tackles for loss. So, yeah, that'll be a good one.
Mm-hmm. He has the highest pressure rate of any player since he became a starter in week 3, too. So he can get after Dak. How's Dak's mobility these days?
He'll run when he needs to, but he'll stay in that pocket.
Is he elusive? Like, can he evade the rush or?
He might be a tick faster than Phillip Rivers.
Ooh, Phillip Rivers now. Phillip Rivers does not look like a guy that's been waiting for this moment to come back around.
Oh, corner, you know better than that. Come on now.
I said I gave him props. I said he would be faster than Phillip Rivers.
I forgot who I was talking. I forgot who I was talking to for a minute. I forgot. He's the Dak hater.
Well, honestly, really, another key for the Vikings is getting to Dak because our tackles are turnstiles. Terrence Steele and whoever's at the left tackle,
Nate Thomas,
or Tyler Guyton aren't the best. So if y'all can't get to Dak, that's another thing too. Your defensive ends and your rush linebackers, man, should have a nice day on Sunday because, like I said, our tackles aren't the best. But if you can't, it might be a long night.
Well, that fits right into the guy I want to talk about because I do think our edges and our linebackers are going to get there, but you know that. The guy that you're going to need to watch out for is defensive tackle Jalen Redmond, who is another UDFA. We just find these UDFAs. We can't draft worth a lick, but we find these UDFA guys that they end up being contributors, and Jalen Redmond's been one of those who's another guy that has a bunch of tackles for losses. I believe he's up to 5 sacks now, which that's not something we've really had at the defensive line position. We usually get our sacks from the edge of the linebackers. Jalen Redmond's kind of been a change in that. And my key to this game was we need to get to Dak. We need to pressure Dak and either make him force bad throws or get sacks on him because I do believe if we give him time that he will eat us up. I do think Dak is a good quarterback. And you obviously have 2 really good wide receivers and a really good tight end. So I think a name that you're going to hear getting back there is Jalen Redmond. Sorry if I took it from you, Cody.
No, you didn't. Mine's a whole different side of the ball. The low-key guy that I'm going to be picking out is it's not because he has been playing really, really well. It's because of an injury that's been popped up this week on our injury report. Jordan Addison is hurt with an Achilles right now. He has 2 limited practices back-to-back. The low-key going for is going to be Jalen Nailor. I think we've seen some rapport with Jalen Nailor and J.J. McCarthy. The 2 games that J.J. McCarthy has balled out in is with Jalen Nailor. I think the rapport there is way better than what it has been, and it's better than any other receiver on this team right now. That rapport, not the best wide receiver, but I think Jalen Nailor has got to be a guy you got to watch out for, especially with the Achilles injury of Jordan Addison.
Yeah, I like Jalen Nailor. I think Jalen Nailor could do a lot of good things as the 3rd wide receiver. I might be a little bit worried if Jordan Addison's out of this game. We might only win by like 4. I like that sign you got there, Michael. Make it say "Let's Skol."
Yeah. What?
I think it's
all right, fellas. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to have to give one just like that from the back.
I got a question.
I got into Hobby Lobbies.
I got a question. Now you say you're in California. How you a Vikings fan all the way in California? Are you from Minnesota?
It's the worst story. It's the worst story in the world. I mean, I was born a Vikings fan, and that's because my dad was a Vikings fan. He wasn't born in Minnesota either. He was born in California, Santa Barbara. Mm-hmm. But he became a Vikings fan when he was like 10 years old because in middle school he was on a flag football team, and their team name was the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
So he decided to start following them, and they're kind of a new team too. So.
Chris ain't one of us in Minnesota.
Really? No, nobody's in Minnesota.
None of us.
For you,
Cody's the closest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Murray, Kentucky, where Murray State is, where Jai Morant played his college ball.
I'm from Iowa. I'm about an hour away. My hometown's an hour away from Minnesota, the border.
And Shaq, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, but I currently live in Bethesda, Maryland.
When we went to the home opener this year, the four of us, that was my first time ever stepping foot in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I could not stand myself to be a Giants or Jets fan. Like, I was not about to do that to myself.
I feel you. Well, when I did live in Texas, my house was literally a mile away from AT&T. Everybody would park at my house, and I'd be like the Uber shuttle to the stadium. That's one thing I did miss about living in Texas. I lived real close to the stadium. It was fun. But now from Texas to Denver to San Francisco to Seattle. So yeah, everywhere.
That's why to me it was crazy you say that you've never like really ran into Viking fans, because you got four right here that don't even live in Minnesota. So it's like we're out there.
Mm-hmm.
We do exist.
My state don't have a professional football team, so I had to pick the closest one.
Yeah. See, my thing was I've met some Viking fans. One of my favorite bosses was a Vikings fan, but when we went to the draft in North Texas in 2018, and I seen a Jaguar fan, I said, "Holy crap, they exist!"
Yeah,
I've never seen one. Like, it had like the jersey on and I was like, "Dude, they're real." I thought it was CGI or something in that stadium. I didn't think they were real.
Was it a Bortles jersey?
I can't remember. I honestly can't. But he did have his jersey on. And I was like, that's a Jaguar fan in the flesh.
Yeah, one of my best friends is actually a Jaguars fan, but outside of him, I've never seen another Jaguars fan. And I live in California. We got all kinds of transplants. I've never seen a Jaguars fan.
That's true, man. I lived in the Bay Area and working with a bunch of Raider fans and Niner fans. I caught hell every day, but hey, it was fun. It was fun. It was.
Man, Raiders never got nothing to talk about, but they're just always talking. Like, I work with Raider fans, and Vikings will lose, the Raiders will lose. I'll go in there, and they'll still be talking shit about my team losing. I'm like, you lost by 30. Yeah, but we suck. You guys lost. You were supposed to win.
Yeah. That's a Raider fan.
Something to say.
Yeah, I swear every time the Cowboys lose, I get a text from Raider fans. I was like, wait a minute, bro, we beat y'all.
But you barely beat us.
Exactly.
And look, they ain't got nothing to be happy for the last decade. Give them something. Let them have that.
I give them nothing. They're one of those teams where I don't like the team because of their fans. It has nothing to do with the teams. I might actually, have a soft spot for the Raiders if it wasn't for their fans.
What?
I don't hate the team, but it's the association of the fans living here in California, the ones I come across. Same reason I don't like the Lakers. I don't like the Laker fans.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I can respect a team who once upon a time just flat out advertised the fact that they were putting stickum on their cornerback's hands.
The Raiders, yeah.
Yep.
He had stickum on his socks. Yeah, I was like, what snot looking stuff, yeah. Yeah, that was back in the day for you youngsters. Y'all don't know what stickum is.
I've seen the NFL films on that.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Lester Hayes. Hayes was one of them. He was just like, I put.
It was like globbed on there though. It wasn't even like hidden.
Yeah.
For y'all, it'd be the movie Little Giants when they put the stickum on the kid's hand.
Yep.
Man, sometimes the Vikings remind me of the Little Giants.
One time.
Yeah, just one time. Yeah. Not this Sunday.
Puerto Rico.
Sorry about that.
But guys, I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys having me.
I'm gonna let you guys go, but before we do, let's all go around the horn and give our score predictions.
Okay.
Because I actually clipped this. That's why I wish the other guy was still here so I could do it. But let's go ahead and give our score predictions to this game. Cody, go for it.
I think this game, people are saying it's going to be a high-scoring game. Dallas is going to score a lot of points. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to hit the under. I think it's going to be a 24-20 kind of ball game. I want to go because I'm a Vikings fan. I want us to go to the playoffs. I'm going to say 24-20 if the Browns beat the Bears, and 24-20 if the Bears beat the Browns. Dallas Cowboys.
You didn't say the Vikings in the first one.
Oh, 24-20 Vikings if the Bears lose to the Browns. 24-20 Cowboys if the Bears beat the Browns.
What a Cody answer. All right, what do you got, Shaq?
For me, I got the game being 21-17, Dallas Cowboys winning the game, and we can start looking forward to the draft, and I'm ready for the draft.
Ooh. What do you got, Mike?
I'm going to go 31-17, my Dallas Cowboys at home. They average 30 points at home. I don't see why that stops now. 31-17, Dallas Cowboys.
All right. I thought you would get pretty disrespectful, but not too disrespectful. That's fair.
Did they score 31 last week against the Lions?
Yeah, they scored.
Their kicker kicked like 13 field goals.
Well, yeah. For some reason, Schottenheimer was playing scared for some reason, but I get it. Take your points.
Well, I think our defense is going to surprise you guys a little bit, and I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to win this game 27-23. So no 30 points for you. My Minnesota Vikings.
Make sure you clip it.
23. Oh, all right, of course. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me back. It'll be on there. Chris, what do you got?
Well, it's simple to me. The Cowboys score a lot at home. They average about 30 points at home. So give me the Cowboys 38-3.
Damn.
38-3.
There's a big fella answer. That's a big fella answer.
You wanted disrespect.
I didn't want disrespect. I expected disrespect. I didn't want it.
38-3 Cowboys. Your Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my! I'm glad you went before Fish. I think Fish is changing his score as we speak.
Yeah, 58-0 Vikings.
What do you got, Fish?
My Minnesota Vikings are going to pitch their second shutout in a row, and we're going to win 24-0.
Wow.
And you damn right I changed my score.
So what do you really got?
I love Fish. I need Fish's personal phone number after the game. I'm calling.
270-978-2416.
He's like Mike Jones.
I will tell you what, man. 2 minutes after I jump off of this podcast, my head hits the pillow. I'm out. So try to call me tomorrow.
You got my number. Send it to Fish.
I'll do that. I'll do that. But I'm gonna stay in touch with you fellas because I watched some of you guys' shows, like just to, get your guys' vibe, and I knew that we'd be able to click and stuff. So you guys are excellent. So thank you guys for coming on, agreeing to do this. And during the off season, we should link up and do some mixed stuff when we're just check-ins on what's going on with our teams, especially leading up to the draft.
Yes, yeah. Listen, I do a draft show, and what I'm trying to do is go around the league whenever your pick is up. I always like somebody to jump in on our show. So now I know Vikings fans, so I got 4 people I can choose from, right?
That's funny. I tried to do that last year, but I couldn't get enough people from the teams. But we do a draft show too. But if you need one of us to come represent, one of us will jump off of our show, go jump on for the pick for sure. But
that'll be great.
We got each other's contact information, so we will stay in touch.
All right, man, that's cool.
If you want the guy that's most likely to say this is some bullshit when we make our pick.
All right, man. Hey, man. Appreciate y'all letting me on, man. Also, man, my information, man. You can follow me on TikTok at Dallas Cowboy Chris. Also, our our podcast is the Cowboy Up Podcast. We go on Monday nights at 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Central Time. And Cowboy Corner has his own thing, but he pops in on us. I call him my little pet cat. You know, he's always scratching at us. So, you know, you'll see Mike on our show too, man. But hey, I appreciate it, man. I had fun tonight, brother.
Yeah.
Mike thought I was bringing him on here just to talk shit.
Yeah, I said, hey, are we shit talking or are we having a conversation? What we do? I'm ready for both. I'm ready for both.
But no, see, Mike, the thing is it was a conversation until the shit talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, Cowboys Corner on YouTube. The Frisco Report on Tuesdays. And then I do the Cowboy Up podcast, the Cowboy Huddle podcast, Freaky Friday with my boy Fifth Quarter Cowboys. Just subscribe. I usually share the stream when I'm live with the people. I couldn't do it on your guys' thing for some reason, but it's like share the screen to the Cowboy Corner show.
Yeah, you should have been able to.
The little button's not there, but that's all right. Maybe next time. But I appreciate you guys having me. It was a blast. Interacting with some Viking fans was a first ever for me in my 11-year YouTube journey. I actually messaged my boss who was a Vikings fan, and I said, quote, about to join this live with Viking fans with 3 throw-up faces. So, yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't 4 throw-up faces. If it
well,
was
hold on.
4,
I got time.
We could have had a problem. But
all right, fellas, we'll be in touch and we'll do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
So, man, like the big fella always say, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
Peace. All right. You didn't like the ending, Cody?
No. I was hoping let Skol would come out, but you got to
make that man turn his light off.
Let's go.
He turned the light off. I tried to get him to do a Let's Go. He turned the light off.
I liked it. It was pretty good. Those guys are pretty good too. Like very knowledgeable group of guys.
They were cool. They were cool, man. We've had some pretty good luck with our enemy segments, which might come to an end after this week.
Can't be enemies if you're not in the fight, right?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins kept keeping us alive.
Kept us alive, yeah.
Kirk Timber in full effect.
Woo!
Shaq looks like he's hurting to give us his Gallahorn.
Oh, we still
so go ahead. So go ahead, Chris.
Similarly to the middle of the season, J.J. McCarthy started off strong on his first week back. But as KOC starts to expand the playbook for the rest of the year, we will see J.J. McCarthy's play level taper back down as he has to absorb more of the playbook and do more stuff in it.
No, I think we're going to see J.J. McCarthy progress. I think, like Cody said earlier, I don't think that everything the KOC is doing is necessarily slowing things down. I think maybe the game itself is actually slowing down for him. I think he's processing a little bit better. I think we're going to see JJ improve every game. And I do think that will lead to KOC opening things up a little bit more. It's like, okay, well, you did that. Can you do this now? So I do agree that he is going to do that. And I think he will be mostly successful at it. I think that JJ McCarthy is going to do enough to go into next season as quarterback 1 unless we trade for Joe Burrow.
Why'd you even have to breathe a little under that fire, man? Why just got that ember that was just dying?
It's not going to die. It's going to be. This is what we're going to be talking about all season. And Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers for $10 million. The ghost of Aaron Rodgers. His shell.
It's the ghost of for sure. But no, I think J.J. McCarthy is going to do enough to go into the next season as the unquestioned quarterback 1. And I do think at some point over these last 4 games, even if it's just that last game against the Packers, nothing to play for, the KOC is going to open it up and let him rip. If he can rip. And I think he'll rip. What do you think, Cody? You think once KOC starts to open his playbook up the next game or two, that JJ McCarthy's going to go back into a shell?
No, because I think KOC kind of found out what his quarterback was and what he needs to do to properly develop him. I don't think that playbook gets opened at all this year. I think it's just going to be, hey, this is the base. We're just going to stick to the base until the end of the year, and then we'll start working on opening up that playbook during the offseason and then towards the next year. I don't think he goes to a shell because I don't think the playbook opens up quite like what we're thinking.
So, Shaq, does Jonathan get his JJ back before the end of the season?
Yeah, it'll probably be like week 17 when he proves that he deserved that nickname, JJ McCarthy.
Okay. Cody, what's yours?
Well, those Joe Burrow talk. Here's my Gallahorn. No, I'm just kidding. My Gallahorn question is, I don't think the Wolves are happy with Kwesi and the performance he's had. I think his ship has already been sailed. They're just waiting to the end of the year to be finished to send him on his way.
I agree.
I said it like a month ago, so I still agree.
Yep.
I think Kwesi's gone, especially because we do have a lot of draft picks and we need to hit on these draft picks. It's at the worst a mini rebuild that we're going into, because when KOC and Kwesi came in, they were tasked with rebuilding the aging roster. And right now our roster is currently older than it was when they took over.
Mm-hmm.
I think it actually happens the day after our final game.
Or that day. I don't know. I think if we beat the Packers, then maybe the next day. We go out there and get smoked by the Packers at home. Go ahead and leave your keys.
I think Kwesi wanted to ship some draft picks out at the deadline for some players, and I think the Wolves said, stop. No, we want to keep those draft picks, and we're going to want to see someone else draft with them draft picks.
Would make sense.
What's up, Shaq? Do you think Kwesi is the general manager week 1 next year? You do?
I mean, we like to all bash him, but some of y'all favorite plays is because we got Kwesi as a GM. Like we talk about Eric Wilson. That was a Kwesi signing. Eric Wilson was a Kwesi signing. Jalen Redmond was a Kwesi signing. Trading up for Dallas Turner and trading up for John McCarthy was a Kwesi doing.
But did we need a trade for them?
Yeah.
Did we need a trade? We could have our draft picks and have them.
We will never know, because we could say they was gonna fall to us, but at this point, we don't know if the next team was thinking about drafting them. So it's kind of.
And we would have had to have Jared Verse. Damn it!
Mm-hmm. The only draft pick I see was the Dallas. The Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner trade probably wasn't a good thing.
Yeah, Kwesi I think got Dallas Turner, but I don't think he got JJ McCarthy.
So it's kind of like he did what.
Yeah, we're gonna, of course. Anybody can go and put together a team. There's going to be a couple players we like, but like good players that we're like clamoring over.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like household names or anything. Like we only know them because we watch every single Vikings game, and we got 4 wins with them. But yeah,
I mean, if Kwesi watched me during my draft show and he picked a couple players I talked about,
so he should be fired on that alone.
Mm-hmm.
For not
exactly.
Instead, he goes by PFF.
Yeah, and that's not getting this far. Maybe I should
if
write.
If he went by PFF, he wouldn't have drafted Donovan Jackson in the first round.
But that's why PFF sucks. So with mine, I'm gonna say these last 4 games are still important, even if we get eliminated before we play this game against Dallas. And I think we need to see a good showing. And it's not because I think momentum that we end the season with will carry over into the season next year. It's because I think the team we're playing with right now is the team we'll be playing with next year. I don't think we're going to make a lot of free agent signings. I think we'll trim a little bit of salary. We'll pick up a couple players. But for the most part, I think we have to run this thing back because of, what we did this offseason with the signings, the way we mess up our cap a little bit. Again, I do think we'll have some cap. We will be able to make some small changes. But for the most part, the team that you're seeing out there right now is a team you're going to see next year. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because, like we said earlier in the show, it sucks that they're starting to do what we expected right now so late into the season. So if they can go out there and be competitive against 3 teams that are fighting for the playoffs right now, the Cowboys, Lions, and Packers, that would be big to think, okay, maybe next year isn't going to be such a dumpster fire. So these 4 games are important whether we're going for the playoffs or not.
Yeah, I agree with that. These are important because, even if we don't go to the playoffs, we still need to develop for next year. Jonathan needs to build that chemistry with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison if we don't trade him, whoever our tight end is, and then play calling from KOC or whoever our offensive coordinator is. We need to see development, not just for this year, but to prove that we could at least develop a team for 2 to 3 years down the line for Jonathan McCarthy. So I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everything. I think there's going to be a pretty big roster turnover actually this year because we do have to shed cap space, and a lot of these players what did we have 27 new players on the roster this year, and even if they were signed for multiple years, it basically works out to 1 year with maybe a second. So we're going to have to make change. Underperforming. I will be stunned if we have Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen on our team next year. Come week 1.
Jonathan Allen is as good as here with the way his contract is. Hargrave, we could shed like $7 million.
Okay, so Jonathan Allen's still going to be here. Damn, that sucks. But I still think we're going to have a lot of roster turnover. You cannot stress how important that this upcoming draft is. We literally need at least 3 starters out of this draft. And I don't have enough confidence in Kwesi to get that.
Yeah, so that's why it's going to be the same roster because we're not going to get that.
Well, but I mean, we're going to lose people when I say I don't have confidence in, him getting, they're probably going to start. Will it be good?
I was just about to ask.
I'll say next year we're going to have less new starters than we had this year from the previous season.
Well, yeah, 27 is a really big number.
Starters. Just starters. Just 11 and 11.
Quality. We need quality starters, not just new players in the starting role.
Yeah, I think Ryan Kelly is going to retire, hopefully, because I think that helps us out better with the salary cap than us straight up cutting him. But even if we cut him, we still save a pretty good amount of money. So I don't think Ryan Kelly will be with us. I don't think he should be with anybody, but I didn't think he should come back, and he did. So I don't know what that man will decide to do. I just don't think it's going to be with us. I think we're going to roll with Brandel, and we'll probably draft a center in the later rounds.
Does not sound sexy at all.
Or just keep trying to work with Juergens.
Hey, Iowa's got a center. 6th, 7th rounder, right, Cody?
Yeah.
6th, 7th rounder.
Hey, that's where you
6th, 7th rounder.
You get a center into there. 6th, 7th rounder. That's where you get them.
What's his name? Kelsey.
I don't need an all-pro.
Rounder.
Yeah, I don't need an all-pro center. I just need a good quality. I need Bradbury, man.
Yeah, maybe 2-3 years he'd be starting material, and we'd be ready to get a playoff win.
I want to see more from Brandel. Brandel looked good. I know you haven't bought into Brandel, but he looked good. I don't know why Kelly's even playing, to be honest. Like, he's not part of our future. Brandel was playing well.
It's probably because we're paying Kelly.
Yeah. You got Gallahorn for us, Shaq?
Yeah, I got a Gallahorn. I think from this point on, the Minnesota Vikings will be the best pass rushing team in the NFL because I feel like we finally getting that role from Dallas Turner as a rotational pass rusher from the B-flow defense. And with John DeGrenard, I believe he's still healthy, and Van Ginkel finally fully healthy. I feel like we finally get to see that mixed blitz pressure that we all been wanting to see. And I feel like a lot of offensive lines are going to be struggling to block our 3 pass rushers, including our defensive line with Jalen Redmond continuing to do his thing. And hopefully, Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave give us a little more and prove that at least, they was serviceable for the contract. So going forward, I believe the B-Flow defense will become one of the best pass rushing defenses in the league. If I had to put a number on it, I believe they'll become top 3.
I buy that because we've already seen it kind of come to fruition, kind of gelling, and like it just the whole theme of all this is happening too late. So yeah, I think they're going to become that top defense that we were expecting, and that sucks.
I mean,
but that's also why I think we're going to end up running it back. We just got to, obviously we're going to need probably 2 safeties. That's probably going to be the biggest change.
I heard Lewis Seen about to become a free agent.
Mm-hmm. Lewis Seen's on a team?
I think it's practice squad.
Is it Toronto?
He might be on the Eagles.
The Toronto Eagles.
Let me tell you something. We have recent history of getting somebody from the Canadian Football League who's played pretty good defense, right? You could have it. Isn't that where Redmond came from? Was Canadian Football League?
No, it was like UFL, XFL, one of those FLs.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my bad.
Shit, might as well.
What about Fish? You think we're gonna have one of the best pass rushes these last 4 weeks?
No, because I honestly think it's not because we're not good. I think that our remaining schedule is going to be teams that are just going to try to run the ball on us. So I just think it's going to be a lack of opportunity. Think about it. The Packers, didn't they run the dog shit out of us when we played them? And the Lions are going to put whatever the fuck they're called, Luigi and Mario, against us. The Giants are going to try to run the ball. So I just think it's going to be I think it's just going to be lack of opportunity.
Everybody's throwing against us except for the Packers.
I feel like the Chargers ran the ball on us too.
And I know the Falcons did.
No, I'm not saying like ability to run on us, but like they still pass the ball a good amount, enough for us to have a dominant pass rush going.
Just saying that, they're going to run the ball on us enough to where we're not going to be able to say we're the top 3 pass rush. We're just not going. It's not like we're going to be in some shootout where they can affect the game. And that's what you're going to need to be able to be recognized as a dominant pass rush.
All right. I see you guys getting tired over there on the East Coast. I got to work tomorrow, so
prophecies.
Let's go ahead and get to our purple prophecies and make our predictions. You ready, Cody?
I got it. Aaron Jones will eclipse 500 rushing yards on the year this Sunday night against the Dallas Cowboys, and he will score his 2nd touchdown on the season in this game, and he will have his first 100-yard rushing game this Sunday also.
That's a lot. How much does he need to get to 500?
124 rushing yards.
So 124 rushing yards and a touchdown.
That'd
have been a lot nicer way to say it.
I gotta make it suspenseful. He only has 500 yards.
He only has 500 yards.
He's never rushed for 100 yards yet.
I mean, I know that he doesn't have a lot of yards because he missed a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. It kind of makes sense too, because this is like the type of year or the part of the year where Aaron Jones starts rattling off those 100-yard rushing yard games like he did last year and the year before that with Green Bay. So
Sparky, Dallas is just about out, but not out. Like they have a lot of life, so we could definitely be the spoiler against Dallas, and we could probably be a spoiler against Detroit. Packers, maybe. It just depends how the Bears do and how the Packers do in their other games. Like we could be the spoiler in 3 games. We could be the spoiler in 4 games, to be honest, because we can go and lose to the Giants and ruin their draft spot. We could do all kinds of different types of spoiling. We could just spoil everything. It's my party. I'll cry if I want to.
Oh, you have to go with more of a runner porch against Dallas, Sparky. You got to. That run defense.
Well, that the guy said that the way to beat them is to run against them. So, KOC, hope you're listening.
Or just throw to the
All
running
right,
back.
Fish, what do you got?
Justin Jefferson will have his best game of the year with over 140 receiving yards versus the Dallas Cowboys.
I've been to that well, not going back.
I haven't, so I decided to take a drink.
I hope it's good. I hope you don't get sick.
I drowned on that before the season started. I say he's going to have John was going to have 4,000 yards. We're going to have 1,000-yard receivers.
I got to go back. I mean, eventually I will go back and do our hot takes and look at them. But I feel like one of us might have said that Addison will have more receiving yards than Jefferson. And it was probably laughed at. And
I think Fish said that.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I thought he got
1,000. Chat.
So my purple prophecy is Jonathan McCarthy might earn his JJ nickname by outdueling Dak Prescott and throwing for more passing yards and touchdowns
Than Dak Prescott? Okay. I've also made one of those that didn't work out too well.
Yeah. I'm in draft mode, so.
I hear you. All right, for mine, I'm gonna make a Harrison Smith one. With this being his final 4 games of his career, most likely, I think so. I think it's over, but I think that before he retires, Harrison Smith will get at least 1 more interception and 1 more sack in these last 4 games.
I hope so.
I feel pretty confident on the interception. I feel that's going to happen. The sack, I think he'll get a couple opportunities, and he's got to cash in on it.
He's been close.
Yeah, he's been close. So that's fine.
He's been imitating John Grenard a lot.
Maybe we could call Jonathan Grenard JJ Grenard and Jonathan McCarthy, and we'll call him JJ Grenard until he actually gets a sack.
Or call him Greenard.
Or just call him John.
John Grenard.
John.
Hey, there you go.
John Grenard.
You don't get a thin. All right, we're getting stupid. So, Shaq, final words.
Final words. I'd like to thank all the Cowboys podcasters for coming out, showing up to our podcast. We know we be doing it kind of late, and we still like to thank you guys. I'd like to give my props to Voch Lombardi. I know he's a busy man, but I'd like to thank him for coming on the podcast and giving us some of his wisdom. If you're still in the chat, make sure you guys, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the Let's Go podcast. We're still trying to grow this thing, trying to make it to at least 1,000 subscribers before the draft. We're supposed to have it before the season, but we've been slacking off trying to get subscribers. So if you can, make sure you tell people to tell people. We're trying to get more people to watch. Also, you're feeling generous. You could, send donations like we've been seeing by clicking the $ sign on YouTube, or you could download Cash App, type in $ Let's Go podcast, or $ Let's Go, and send a donation that way. We appreciate all donations that come this way. And I just want to see, a good game. We don't have to win, but just show me a good game, Vikings.
All right, Fish.
For Vikings fans, by Vikings fans, whether you've seen them or not, we're here. And I really do appreciate those guys coming. They were lively. It was fun. It was good conversation with them. Let's just take it one day at a time. And, until that percentage says 0, until you see that thing go across Twitter that says the Vikings are eliminated from playoff contention, there's still a chance. It may be small, but there's still a chance. So we appreciate everybody that's watched us. And by the way, start looking out for the Let's Skol website. We're going to get that thing rolling, right, Keith?
Mm-hmm.
What? I go on break for a week and y'all talk about a website?
Yeah, buddy.
The website's been there. It's just about to get launched.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah, we appreciate you. And Cowboy Podcast, thank you for joining us again. And that's really all I've got to say. Can't wait for that late aftercare at 10. Maybe it'll be one of them.
Hey, if the game goes like the Cowboy fans think, we might be doing aftercare fourth quarter. So
or third quarter. I mean, if it goes like I think it's going to go, we might be in it at halftime talking about, look at them, they ain't nothing. They thought 44-6, 38-3. You know.
Is there anyone the Vikings can call out of retirement?
Far.
Fran Tarkenton looks skinny still.
Yeah.
Hey, Culpepper's only 4 years older than Rivers.
Adrian Peterson, he ain't retired. Oh wait,
Adrian Peterson's not even retired.
What is Jeff George doing right now?
He can really say
confused.
Did Christian Ponder retire?
Who? Said a word.
I'm sorry, Jack. My earbuds blinked out on me.
Did Christian Ponder retire, or he just was like so bad that the NFL was like, yeah, nah, we good.
He went to be a stay-at-home dad. He got Sam Ponders. He out there making the money.
Yeah, he hit the lottery there, buddy.
He's good.
I don't need the NFL no more.
He's like, training camp? Nah, I think I'll kick it. All right, Cody, what do you got?
Hey, the weekend's around the corner. I know the Vikings have a slim chance at making the playoffs, but be safe out there and don't take the chance, right? Don't take the chance of doing something dumb. Be safe. We want to see you around for the holidays. You don't want to miss 3 days of work like a certain wide receiver we have. Other than that, let's go.
Let's go. All right. So like Fish said, we will be here Sunday for aftercare. If we win, it's going to be a celebration, a big-time celebration. We'll bring all the Cowboy fans back. They're going to celebrate with us. They're going to say, let's Skol. And if we lose, it's going to be an event session, and I'm never going to talk to them again. So either we're celebrating or we're venting on Sunday. Join us after the game, and then we'll be live again on Thursday next week, I think. Not Christmas yet, right?
No.
That's the week after.
That's the week
after. Okay. So we will be here Sunday after the game, and next Thursday. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. For Viking fans, Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. For Viking fans.